Pêl-drod byw nawr ar S4C am y sylwebeth Saesneg ar gael ar y botwm coch. English language commentary is available now for this first ever Cymru Premier JD match between Carmarthen Town and Colwyn Bay. Sky Plus, Freeview or Virgin Media viewers, please press the red button. If you have a TiVo box or Sky Q box, please access settings and use the audio selection option. Any problems, please contact our viewers hotline. Draw ni felly at griw Sgorio.
Croeso i Gaerfyrddin, tref llawn hanes o Rhufeinied a'r Normanied. I'r hen fyrddin ei hun, mae'r chwedle yn chwyrlio ym mhob twll a chornel. Yr hen air sy'n cael yn sylw ni heno, clwb pêl-droed yr hen dref yma. A maen nhw'n gobeithio creu hanes yng Nghwpan Cymru yn erbyn clwb o uwch gyngrau'r Cymru. A mae'n gêm hanesyddol be bynnag fydd yn digwydd. Y gêm gyntaf erioed rhwng Caerfyrddin a Bai Colwyn. Mae'n o'r cystadlaethau hynna yn y byd pêl-drod wedi cyrraedd un o drefi hynna Cymru, os nad hynna. Cwpan Cymru yng Nghaerfyrddin o gwpan y byd i gwpan Cymru. Ac am gêm sydd gyda ni chi heno, Caerfyrddin yn cwrdd a Bai Colwyn, trydydd rownd, Cwpan Cymru JD. Noswaith dda i chi, croeso ato ni, tipyn o brawn o ran chwaraeon fan hyn ar S4C, mwy i ddod heno. Siôn Meredydd yn cadw cwmni fi, noswaith dda, Siôn?
Noswaith dda. Yn
gyn ymysodwr gyda'r clwb yma, yr holl ffordd i'r rownd derfynol, sgorio yn y rownd derfynol hefyd, tipyn o atgofion felly.
Ie, amser maith yn ôl, ond cyfnod da.
Cyfnod da iawn, beth am hon heno, ni wedi cael sawl sioc yn barod penwythnos yma, os na sioc arall i fod fan hyn?
Ie, pam lai, mae dyn nhw garfan gyfyrddin, mae nhw'n rhoi arwyddo'n dda yn ystod y haf, felly mae dyn nhw dîm sydd yn mynd i gallu cystadlu hyn o'n y marn ni. Bai Colwyn wedi gwneud ambell i newidiad sydd yn y cwpan, mae tîmau yn dioddel o wneud, felly falle bod nhw ddim yn ei cyfa, gawn ni weld, ond sicr mae cyfle i gyfyrddin creu sioc arall. Mae'r
cynhwysion yno, ni sôn am ganlyniadau anesgyl, dyma sydd wedi digwydd, neithiwr, un o'r canlyniadau mwyaf ers blynyddoedd. Met Caerdydd yn ennill yn ebyn y Seintiau Newydd, clwb enfawr o ran y Seintiau, nhw oedd y deilied, mae nhw allan. Yn mynd ar y blaen yn gyfforddus o gol i ddim Jack Bodenham, a wedyn ni Siôn, 5 munud ola, y Met yn taro 2, Jasper Payne yn cael hon, a ni ar fi'n gweld Matt Chubb yn sgorio yn y funud ola. Beth yn y bydd ddigwyddodd fan hyn?
Ie, fi hoffi'r gol na gyda Payne, a fel cefnogwr Arsenal, fi'n siŵr bydd y tîn hoffi honna hefyd, Dylan. Ond ni'n hoffi cyfweliad Ryan Jenkins yn y gêm, tic-tagia fe oedd sefyll yn y gêm. Os yw un i ddim gyda fel 5 munud i fynd, mae cyfle a dyna'n union be nes yn o fe cymeron o'r cyfleon ar ddiwedd y gêm.
Yr ail gêm yn olynol i Met ennill yn ebyn y Seintiau Newydd. Maen nhw'n gwybod beth yw'r gyfrinach. Tas y hynny ddim yn ddigon, nath hyn digwydd hefyd. Cei Conna allan. Y Seintiau Cei Conna sydd wedi cwrdd yn y 2 rownd derfynol ddiwetha. Cei Conna allan yn colli yn Llandudno. Dyma chi gol gan Ben Mar ar ôl 19 munud. Cyn chwaraewr Cei Conna. Fi'n credu nath e fwynhau hana. Ross Weaver wedyn i'r ôl hanner awr yn neud un 2-0 am ganlyniad sydd gyda ni fan hyn. Cei Conna'n dod nôl yn hwyr, yn anlwcus reit ar y diwedd hefyd. Siôn, ond mae hon yn gymaint o glyniad. Ni sôn am Llandudno ar y brig yng Nghyngred y Gogledd, ond am ganlyniad.
Ie, anhygol. Os fydd Bai Colwyn ennill hyn, mae 6 o clybau uwch Cyngor Cymru fydd yn y het ar gyfer diwedd yr wythnos pan bydden nhw'n mynd am y rown nesaf. Felly, mae'n hynod agored ar hyn o bryd o'r rhan Cwpan Cymru.
Carnarfon o'r Flint di ennill pnawn yma, ond 10 o'r 16 ola, mynd i fod tu allan. O leia 10, felly bydd yn 11 sy'n cyfyrddin achosi sioc. Reit, dewch i ni gwrdd â'r rheolwr Caerfyrddin nesaf. Y rheolwr am heno, dylen ni ddweud, draw ni at Sioned Dafydd.
Mae'n braf iawn cael bod nôl yma yng Nghaerfyrddin, ond yw rheolwr y clwb Mark Hazelwood ddim yma heddi. Felly, Rodri Thomas, is-rheolwr y clwb, fydd yn gofalu am y tîm. Rodri, chi wedi bod yn gyredig iawn. Chi wedi gadw ni mewn i'r stafell newid fan hyn. Nawr, mae hon yn teimlo fel gêm enfawr, ond cyfle enfawr i Gaerfyrddin i gobeithio fynd trwyddo i'r rown nesaf.
Ydy, mae'n gyfle arbennig. Edrych mlaen yn fawr am yr achlysur. Braf gweld y camerau yma. Chwaraewr yn edrych mlaen. Felly, mae'n mynd i fod yn gêm galed, mae'n mynd i fod yn gêm heriol. Mae Bai Colwyn yn neud yn dda iawn ar y foment yn uwch gyngrair, felly ni'n ymwybodol o'r her. Ond mae'n gyfle cyffroes i'r bechgyn, a maen nhw yn sicr lan am yr her, byddwn ni'n dweud, felly rhywbeth i'n edrych ymlaen yn fawr i.
Nawr, ni wedi gweld ambell i cupset yn barod neithwr Rodri, ond fel ti newydd sôn, bai Colwyn yn cael tymor arbennig yn yr uwch gyngrair. Fel i chi'n mynd i allu cael y gorau ohonyn nhw heno?
Mae'n creu bod rhai bod ni'n bositif yn beth ni'n gwneud, chwarae ar y drod flan, mynd amdani, dyna'r neges, mae angen i fod yn ddewr. A mae'r chwaraewyr yn bar amdani, byddwn ni'n gweud wedi paratoi'n dda yn ystod yr wythnos. So mae tipyn o brofiad gyda ni yn y garfan, yn y tîm sy'n dechrau. Nifer ohonyn nhw wedi chwarae yn uwch gyngrair. Chwaraewyr sydd gyda ni, gyda'r uchelgais a'r talent i chwarae ar y lefel yna. Felly mae'n mynd i fod yn her yn sicr. Ond mae angen i fod yn bositif, mynd amdani. Mae nhw'n dîm cryf ar draws y can, amddiffynol yn gadarn, creadigrwydd yn y canol. Yn dda iawn gyda profiad lan top, felly mae'n mynd i fod yn her, ni'n ymwybodol o hynny, ond mae rhaid ni fwynhau'r her yna, a fel ni'n gweud, mynd amdani a bod yn ddewr a bod yn bositif.
Ie, ti wedi sôn am y garfan, mae'n ambell i enw cyfarwydd iawn yn hîm Caerfyrddin. Y profiad yna sydd ganddyn nhw, pa mor bwysig mae hwnna'n mynd i fod?
Weddol bwysig, os chi'n edrych fel Leeds yn y gol, wedi chwarae dros 400 gêm ar yn uwch gyngrair. Liam Thomas sydd yn arwr ym Manghaerfyrddin wedi sgorio siwd gwmyn o goliau ar yn uwch gyngrair. Chwaraewyr, 6 neu 7 o'r chwaraewyr sy'n dechrau heddi gyda profiad y chwarae ar uwch gyngrair. So mae hwnna'n mynd i fod yn allweddol bwysig heddi. Yn ogystal â'r chwaraewyr eraill sydd chwaraewyr talentog yn ogystal sydd am chwarae'r lefel uchel, felly mae'n her i nhw, mae'n her i bawb a edrych ymlaen yn fawr am hynny.
Rodri, diolch a pob lwc.
Diolch yn fawr.
Rodri Thomas gyda ni, enw cyfarwydd gyda llaw, y tad Jeff Thomas yn gyn-gadeirydd Mr Cyfyrddin fan hyn, felly Sean yn gyfarwydd iawn a Rodri a Jeff hefyd. Diddorol iawn ffordd mae fe'n siarad, angen bod yn ddewr, bod yn bositif, chwaraewyr profiadol gyda nhw. Mae'n teimlo bod nhw'n ffansio hynny felly.
Ie, braf gweld bod Rodri yn bositif, ise chwarae pêl-dro deniadol gobeithio. Ond mae'n sicr mae nhw'n gyfle hyn. I fi mae'n rhaid i'r chwaraewyr o amgylch y chwaraewyr profiadol yna cam i fyny. Mae angen nhw fod 8 allan o 10 o leia i cystadlu yn erbyn Blaid Colwyn heno.
Ie, mae'n siŵr bydden nhw hefyd, clwb fel Cyfyrddin, yn gweld beth ddigwyddodd neithwr, gweld bod y seintiau allan, gweld bod Ceicona allan. Mae boes fel Liam Thomas, Lee Idzi, fel oedd Rodri'n sôn amdanyn nhw, maen nhw'n gwybod beth i be ar y lefel yma.
Ie, Liam Thomas, falle bod yn diwedd i yrfa fe nawr, a fydden ni, fel fe, yn bron marw hyn o rhoi perfformiad, cael ei gole a cael Cyfyrddin mewn i'r cwpan, mewn i'r het ar gyfer y row nesaf.
Mae'n rhaid fi sôn am Lee Idzi gyda llaw, nath e chwarae yn y rownd derfynol ddiwetha, heb naill ai y Seintiau Newydd y Ceicona, 2012 oedd honna, dangos mae mor hir mae'r ddau yna wedi bod yn rheoli'r gystadlaeth yma. Bai Colwyn wedyn ni, blip bach yn ddiweddar, maen nhw'n cael tymor campus, a ni sôn am brofiad, mae rai o chwaraewyr nhw wedi ennill Cwpan Cymru, mae rheolwr wedi ennill y 4 gwaith, Mike Wild, maen nhw'n gwybod beth sydd angen gwneud hefyd. Ie,
ti sôn am profiad Cyfyrddin, ond ti'n dyblu hwnna gyda Bai Colwyn i ryw raddau gyda'r chwaraewyr. Nid yn unig sy'n dechrau'r 11 hyn o'r chwaraewyr ar y fainc hefyd sy'n hynod brofiadol. Ond fel o'n i'n gweud ar ddechrau'r rhaglen, mae fe wedi wneud 3 falle 4 newid i'w dîm arferol yn y gyngred. A fi jyst yn meddwl, gyda falle pethau nath digwydd efo Seintiau Newydd neithwr, ydy hwnna'n mynd i ddod nôl. Wel, gawn ni weld
Ie, gawn ni weld yw'r teimlad ar hyn o bryd. Ni'n edrych ymlaen amdani, gewch chi weld hefyd, achos mae'r gic gyntaf yn agosau fan hyn ar Barc Waun Dew. Ni yng Nghaerfyrddin, yr hen dref hyfryd, a'r hen air yn barod am noson fawr arall. Maen nhw wedi cael ambell i noson fawr yn ei hanes. Y gic gyntaf, pan ddewn ni nôl wedi'r egwyl. Croes yn ôl ato ni, pêl-droed byw i chi ar S4C. Y gêm gyntaf erioed rhwng y ddau glwb yma, Carmarthen, bai Colwyn, Cwpan Cymru, y drydedd rownd. Mae mor syml â hynny ar ben wythnos llawn canlyniadau annisgwyl. Chybed, 2 blynedd i nawr, ro'n i'n Qatar yn gwylio Cymru, gore chwarae, cyd chwarae, a mae wedi bod yn wythnos i godi'n calonau o ran cyrraedd cwpan y byd. Unwaith eto, pwy a wyr. Sylwebeth yn Saesneg gyda ni, English language available on the red button. We got a former Carmarthen manager, Mark Jones, who won the Welsh Cup with them, with Malcolm Allen ac yn Gymraeg. Wel, o'n nhw'n gwylio Cymru, sôn am gwpan y byd, Cymru Gogledd Macedonia nos Fawrth, Cwpan Cymru heno, Owain Tudur-Jones a Nick Parry.
Good evening and welcome to the LHP Stadium in Carmarthen, where Carmarthen Town entertain Colwyn Bay in the third round of the 25-26 JD Welsh Cup. It's Cymru South against Cymru Premier as the ex-winners of the Cup entertain Colwyn Bay for the first time in both clubs' histories. With the current holders TNS being knocked out of the competition by Cardiff Met last night, this is most probably an extra spring in players' steps, believing they can all go all the way in this year's competition, and that should go for every club that has won today. Alongside me this afternoon, ex-Welsh international and Welsh footballing legend Malcolm Allen. Good evening, Malcolm.
Good evening, Mark, and no disrespect to TNS here, but what a Welsh Cup we've got this year now. Everyone that's left in can win this cup. They've got to believe that.
Mike Harris just says thank you from TNS Mal, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure Mike knows and understands.
They won it 8 times in the last 12 years, so it's there. It is open for somebody to get a victory this year. And it's very prominent in people's minds because you win the Welsh Cup is £250,000 and the Welsh Cup for your own piece of football in history. Would you agree with that, Malcolm?
Absolutely. They've set the standards, but, you know, disappointing last night, of course. But what a game we have got here this afternoon. Point to prove for Colwyn Bay, 5th in the Premiership at the moment, coming down here where Carmarthen is 4th in the league down south. So ambitions to go up this year, but it's opened the doors for everyone after last night's results.
There are the lineups, Carmarthen. A couple of players, key players not playing, especially Lewis Harlan in midfield, still carrying over a ban from playing for Penabont in last year's competition where the ban is competition status.
Yeah, more teams from, you know, the league down south, they're doing really well. Rethel, Dyson Reed, plenty of experience in there. And then you've got Thomas and Thomas Jones. They'll be open out the pitch and maybe get these balls in for Liam Thomas. 3 at the back, that's where they've built their, Colwyn Bay have built their success this season. Hughes and Kagbo in midfield. That's a new partnership, so it'll be interesting to see. But they'll be wanted to get the ball down through to Robles.
Louis Robles has always been amongst the goals wherever he's played in the Cymru Premier League. Key player up top, him and Jordan Davis. And there is Liam Thomas. 97 goals in 226 games is not a bad return, you know.
1 in 3, and I thought he was going to say 97 years of age there.
No, that's how our current age is put together, Mal. Here we go at the old Richmond Park in Carmarthen. Colwyn Bay in their Aston Villa and West Ham colours. Carmarthen in the old gold of, shall we say, Wolverhampton Wanderers. Lewis Cyril back in with the captain's armband on this afternoon. George Hughes could be key. Holding in midfield. Cyril spreads the play really well to Ethan Roberts. It's a good touch from Roberts. Just takes a tumble. Great tackle. Lewis Reed, first tackle, Mal midfield tackle.
Really important. They put a stamp on the game early minutes just to make sure that Colwyn Bay don't get into much of a rhythm. I think what will happen today, Carmarthen will be sitting back and they'll be happy to do that, but do it with organisation and discipline.
Joe Evans.
It'll be up to Colwyn Bay then just to find the little holes, but they've got the 3 players up front, Aaron Williams, Jordan Davis and Robles. Clever players to look for holes behind.
Yeah, I think it will be a bit of a test for the Carmarthen back 4. Joe Evans, Tristan Jones, Morgan Weaver and Noah Osborne, relatively young in age, marking inexperienced and clever.
Yeah, but they haven't
line.
conceded a lot this season. Now that helps. This is the referee today. I don't think he's ever refereed Colwyn Bay before.
Makes his debut on TV today, Ian Lewis. Good luck. clipped into the back. It's a great cross in. Goalkeeper should come and collect. Goalkeeper does come and collect. Rhys Williams back in the side this afternoon. Rodri Thomas taking the place of Mark Hazelwood this afternoon.
Yeah, big game, big day for him as well.
Yeah,
taking over.
Absolutely, good luck. Aaron Williams, Jordan Davis gets it wide. Looking for...
It's gone out. You know, we've seen last night, Jonah, with teams from the league underneath the Premiership beating the leagues in the Premiership. Because Sgorio didn't know. I know some didn't know flying high in the north, in the league in the north there. But I must say, Sgorio, the best team I've seen football-wise.
Yeah, this season?
Yeah, this season.
And that most probably is the shock of the round so far. Last night's results, well, the Friday night results anyway, Cam Bryan 1, Penabon 3, James Crowell. I was lucky enough to be at that game, Malcolm. Fine hat-trick from Crowell again.
Yeah, he's different. He's better. I'm surprised that TNS didn't buy him in the summer. I know they made a bid. I'm also surprised that Walsall didn't up their bid to take him. Because they could have took him in the summer, but I think Bridgend didn't want him to go.
Like you said, but perhaps the surprise result of the round, definitely. Cardiff Met beating TNS for the second time in 3 weeks. They beat them 3-2 at Park Hall a couple of weeks ago. They win last night by 2-1 with Matt Chubb and Jasper Payne getting the goals. Big result for Wayne Jenkins.
How late? How late were them goals? That's when you want to score. You know, they were 1-0 down for so long, 89 minutes, I think. And then they go and score 2 goals. So well done to them.
The race is on here. Williams bombs down the right-hand side. You look to play it in. Louis Robles, edge of the box. Jordan Davis gets a shot off. Just goes behind. Has he missed or has he made a deflection? It looks like he's been given as a goal kick.
Yeah, he's come off Kakbo. One of the brothers, I think it was Isaac. It was great play, you know, to start with from Aaron Williams, because he's on his own down the right-hand side channel, and then he waits and waits. There's no one in the middle, so he just pulls the ball back. Great ball in from Robles. He's timed his run perfectly, Jordan Davis.
Just clips Izakago's heels. But it was a sharp move. Jordan Davis could be, if you were looking at first time of watching these two teams, he could be the man to keep an eye on.
Not just an, you know, clever and important player, but for this level, I think he's better.
Yeah, played in the Scottish Championship last year.
Yeah, very smart, very smart. Top scorer this season, 7 goals in all competitions, and he's had a flying start to his career at Colwyn Bay.
Lewis Cyril. Loves a switcher play. Osborne. Heads it out of play, Noah Osborne. Back 4 against the top 3 with Aaron Williams playing as a 10 as well. First long throw of the afternoon. Yes, they are welcome back into the game if they create goals and excitement. First one of the afternoon. Williams will fire this in. Does fire it in. First flick header.
Corner.
Gets a corner.
How many teams work in training on these long throws? It is a goal-scoring opportunity. Yes, it's a 50-50 when that ball's in the air. But if you've got the right movements and the right people blocking people, you know, these coaches these days, they've got to be up to date. It's the modern football, modern game now.
And makes the goalkeeper's job harder. Let's looking at Leedsy then. He's got 6 clean sheets so far this season. He'll do well to keep one this afternoon.
Oh, what a ball.
Jordan Davis on the periph. Davis.
You know what? I can't understand how there's no help. There's no help there at all. You know, Joe Evans has got 1v1 with Jordan Davis, and no one's coming across to cover him. So Jordan Davis thinks, oh, I'm just going to take him on. He takes him on. He's luckily unfortunate that he's not. That's that great cross. Why he wasn't Cyril just running in? He's got to think that the defender's going to miss it, and it's an easy header for him.
Knowing Jordan Davis, this will be whipped across the front, and he'll be testing Leedsy from here.
I think he will.
For me, the wall is one man short, definitely. It's allowing him to have a shot from that angle, Malcolm.
Well, he's telling everyone to go in. I think if no one touches this, he should go in.
And they're deep to allow him to have the shot. They're only 3 yards away from the line. So this is going to be fizzed across the front. He does fizz it across the front. And it's the back of the net. It's the back of the net. It was set up for Jordan Davis. The defence was simply too tight, too close to the line. He fires it across and it gives Colwyn Bay a 1-0 advantage. Jordan Davis, Carmarthen 0, Colwyn Bay 1.
You don't give an invitation to a player with that much quality to show him that corner. What did we say? We teed it up for him, but we said, yes, he's got so much room. If no one touches it, he scores. And he goes and curls into the far corner.
Well,
you don't need no one to touch it.
It was most probably an easy piece of commentating because we could see it almost happening. They're 1 or 2 short in the wall because he's allowed to just bend it across. His target is to play it inside the far post. Credit to the taker, never mind what the defence have done wrong. It's a great goal.
Yeah, it's a great goal. Great piece of quality. And you say about this lad, you know, with what he can do, he can create moments in games.
Well, 2 minutes ago, Malby said he could be the one to watch. They're 1-0 ahead, and he's the man who's put it in the back of the net.
That's the difference. When it's a tight game, at the beginning, first 10 minutes, you've got a player that can create something.
Yeah, and when you travel, Mal, you know, they've travelled. Michael Wilde there, he'll be so pleased with that. He'll know. He would have travelled with pressure on him today. TNS out of the cup. The murmurings would be that the likes of Colwyn Bay and Barry Town of the likes should have a chance again to the final now. You come down to play Carmarthen away and you nick a goal in the first 5 minutes.
Top 5 in the Welsh Prem at the moment. They're 5th, Colwyn Bay. TNS are out. Connors Key are out. Bridgend and Carmarthen are the only 2 teams above them. So they are now 3rd favourites.
Yeah.
Or are they? Because you see that today now.
Roberts. Defenders tracking this time. They've doubled up in numbers now. Davis. That's the problem with marking Jordan Davis. He pops up everywhere. It's hooked clear. Just need to settle down a bit now, Carmarthen. Keep the ball. Just look after it for a minute or 2. Keon Rafael, just the type of player who can do that.
They haven't got themselves into the game yet, have they? And now the momentum is with Colwyn Bay. They've got that little bit of experience at the back where they've built their success this season on being solid. They haven't conceded a lot of goals. But what I'll say is they've got 3 players up the front there who can just make something out of nothing.
Yeah, get a goal at any time in the game. But it's great, especially for the viewers, to have an early goal in the game. It means Carmarthen will have to come out and play. They can't sit in a low block all the game now. Could be the first yellow of the afternoon, or the referee will just pass it on.
He's going to give him a chance.
Like to see that, ref.
It's a yellow because, you know, he stops the forward run. He stops them, Colwyn Bay getting the ball forward.
Yeah, Lewis Reed.
Plenty of experience. He knows what he's doing. He's took one for the team. He's 4 against 4. Otherwise, 34 these days, is he, Lewis Reed?
Yeah. 34 years, ex-Cambrian and Cliddock. Cambrian United now. Robles, onside, corner.
I've got to, you know, give Michael Wilde high praise, you know, about his recruitment this year. 14 players brought. I know he's had the backing to bring the players in, but the players that he's picked, you know, we can speak about them maybe during the game, but
6 of them 14 players came from Bala. Williams surprisingly goes short. George Hughes, ex-Newtown. Williams beats his man, drives into the box. Mason Thomas chases him back. Should have got it across once he beat his man.
Yeah, he's just miscontrolled it. It's gone too far. He can't keep it on the pitch there. But great little dummy there to take his man on. They look confident. They look a little bit a step above at the moment. So I know what Carmarthen are trying to do. They're trying to get into their faces to stop this rhythm going on.
Leeds, he fires it long. Lewis Shiddle with an unopposed header.
I'm with you though, Jonah. They've got to get hold of the ball. They've got to keep possession for a little while.
Yeah, they know it's a step up in the league, but they got a good experienced players Carmarthen. They're having a decent enough season, and they got players that can handle it at this level, who have played at this level. The likes of Keon Rafael, the likes of Liam Thomas, Joe Evans. So early days yet. But just got to get a foothold in the game.
Yeah, there's no question about it. You know, they've got big players out today. But what I'm saying is, you know, Carmarthen have got a squad capable of being in that top 3 this season to go up. You know, they're an ambitious club, and I love coming down here to Carmarthen as well, so it'd be nice to go back when they're back up, when they're in the Welsh Prem next season.
Headed away, Solomon Ford. Just knock that ball in behind and try and stay in the last third for a few seconds. Carmarthen is knocked back in. Just try and put a little bit of pressure on their defence.
That's important what you've just said there. You know, you as a manager now, you'd be saying that to your team off the touchline. You'd be shouting out, get the ball behind. Just get the ball behind. Let's play in there after a little while. Try and win the ball back.
Cargbo's enjoying himself every time he's got the ball so far in midfield. He looks really sharp in there. His brother playing at left wing back as well. Issa and Eunice, the Cargbos. It's a great ball. Hughes can do that all day. And Rob,
it should have been offside. He had to look right across the line there, the defensive line, before he controlled it. But what I will say is, how clever were Colwyn Bay then? Once they got the ball with Cargbo as a wing back here, George Hughes dropped off, the defence dropped off, so they widened the pitch and stretched the pitch out so they could keep possession and move across.
Definitely, Malcolm. And I think we have to get it over to the viewers as well. That it's not as let's congratulate. While we're on the subject, it's almost the same shape they're playing up top as Wales did on Tuesday night. Any one of them they're not playing centre forward. Rob Les is playing wide, then Williams, then Jordan Davis goes centre. Not in the same sort of level or anything, but they are sort of playing in the way that Bellamy and the Welsh boys played the other night in that fantastic performance, that 7-1 win, which, you know, really lifted Welsh football.
Hey, come on, no one saw that coming. You know, for me, a complete performance, best performance I've seen since maybe the Belgium game 2016, when we beat them, when we went 1 behind. But we did go behind the other night. We started with the momentum, the crowd behind us, got the first goal, and scored another 6. Different class. Not one weakness in that team. Everyone on the same wavelength, everyone working their socks off. And all of them on the same wavelength.
Yeah, I couldn't have put it better myself, Malcolm. You are so right. Liam Thomas in view there. It's always been amongst the goals, Liam, especially for Carmarthen Town. Just struggling a little bit this season, 4 goals.
Yeah, he was in your squad, I think, in the Wales B squad in 2018-19.
Yeah, very decent goal scorer.
Yeah.
Williams in goals. It's whipped across the front. It's a great corner. That is a wonderful corner, and you're asking why somebody hasn't got on the end of that. Rodri Thomas looking down to the ground there. Brilliant corner.
Yeah, it was. He only needed someone to get any kind of flick on it, because the power's on the cross. You just someone to, you know, be brave enough to go and be determined enough just to get a head on that. Rafael was closest to it. I think he doesn't turn his head away, but he thinks there's someone coming in behind him.
I think it's Morgan Weaver, and there he is, yeah, number 6, Morgan Weaver, and it just goes across Liam Reid on the far post as well. Big chance for Carmarthen to equalise then, but superb corner taken.
Yeah. I think Mark Hazel would be pulling his head out, well, as much as he got left. Done better. The cross deserved better.
Definitely. Rafael towards one. Just settling a bit now, Carmarthen, the last couple of minutes. Mason Thomas, if he gets room to run up full-backs, he has plenty of gas. Dyson, he'll try and...
I thought you was going to say he's going to try and hoover up.
No. That's it. We'll keep that one for later. Jones knocks it down. It's a great knockdown from the big man. That'll be a good ploy of Carmarthen's if they can get that into the big man. Plenty of height there.
Yeah, he'd be proud today, you know, taking over.
Yeah, well,
this game, he's been, you know, in the family, Carmarthen through and through.
Yeah, his father has been chairman for 20 years plus.
Absolutely.
And, you know, he's enjoyed, well, he's put a lot of his life in for Carmarthen.
Absolutely, and you enjoyed your time here, Jonah, as a manager, winning the Welsh Cup.
Wonderful.
Back a few years, mind you, I think it was it 2006, 2007?
Yeah, it was I call them the black hair days, Mal.
I call you the silver fox these days. That's why, isn't it? But you won 3-2, by the way, and I'll tell you what, Kaid Mohammed, he scored 2, and Sasha Wilson scored 1 for yourselves here, Carmarthen. And what a day, what a night that was. But who scored for Abelaido? Don't know, do you? Nor do I.
I will tell you. Mark Robinson would be on the phone to me otherwise from Abelaido.
Great times, great memories.
Superb. Cargo.
Would you say the Carmarthen are the only team left in the that's Welsh Cup holders?
No.
Who else?
Well, we've gone through this just now, Mal, so you may as well just...
well, Barry Town.
Of course.
Not Barry.
8 occasions Barry Town won the cup on, I think.
Yeah, but they weren't... The Barry they are now. Bangor, 1876, I remember it. Real.
That's right, I think we did think there's 5 left in. One thing to pick up on this game, Mal, where they're just Carmarthen just playing Tobias Jones as a centre forward, Cyril at the back. You don't want to allow him to trot out with the ball with that wand of a left foot that he has, because he's hit 4 or 5 diags so far and pinpointed wingers or fullbacks. I think he has to press him a bit.
Yeah, he's got to work him a little bit more. But what I'm saying is, he's come through him there. He's 6'5".
And the post-headed again.
Tobias is 6'5". He should be winning then in the air, or at least competing for him better than he is against Cyril.
Idzi.
We saw the other week when Barry played up at Colwyn Bay. They didn't play a big lad against 3 big centre-halves at Colwyn Bay, and they run them ragged.
They almost
did
exactly what they're doing this afternoon here for themselves, Colwyn Bay.
The small centre forward.
Scored last night, Johan. And, well, 2 or 3...
So today, what I'm saying is, Cyril will love playing against Tobias today.
Yeah, it's what you want to play against. You don't want to play against quick runners. Ollie Hulbert and Johan Owen were the goal scorers for Barry in their 6-0. Well, got a few of the goals in their 6-0 victory over Llanelli last night. Barry, one of them teams who you catch them on a good day, Mal. We've commentated on, they look like they could beat anybody. And they just... Consistency is the key for Barry and Steve Jenkins. I think they can compete, and they will be one of the favourites for the cup now.
You're saying that Carmarthen Town, you know, they've never won the Welsh Cup in their lives, and they know now they're 4 games away.
Fantastic.
Of getting to a final, and then into Europe. Instead of 5 games away from the break in the league.
Yeah.
After 22 games.
Instead of another 15.
15.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Everybody's got to concentrate on getting to the Welsh Cup final and winning it now.
Is that ball in again? Robles just gets inside. Joe Evans palms him off. Well, what about Welsh Cup history winners? Wrexham 23 times, might surprise a few people. They've won the Welsh Cup more than any other club. Cardiff 22, Swansea 10 and TNS 10. And the first ever Welsh Cup winners, 148 years ago, Wrexham beat Kevin Druids.
You weren't commentating on that one.
What?
No.
Just, they have settled a bit in the game as Rafael would like to get in the centre of midfield. I think he started on the right-hand side. He loves being in the action, Keon. He's a good player. He doesn't want to be on the periph.
He's a fit lad for a 35-year-old now. He's been around a long time.
Well, he had a wonderful couple of seasons for Penabon before coming here this season. Corner.
Carmarthen also had some, you know, a good run in the Welsh Cup last year. I think they got to the last 8, didn't they? So they've done well. They've reacted well for conceding the goal early. They don't want to concede another one now, I'm saying. They've got to be on their toes. They're going to take this quickly.
George Hughes will whip this across. Cyril amongst the targets. The big 6 at the back. Great header away, superb header away. Whipped in again. Big chance, it is the second ball. Drops to the floor, and it is Lewis Cyril who lashes it in the back of the net. We talked about set plays, how important they are, how prominent they are in modern day football. The second ball in bounces, and the centre half is the first to react and smash it in the back of the net. Carmarthen 0, Colwyn Bay 2.
If you look at the statistics this season of the league, of how many first balls are won and second balls are won, Colwyn Bay in the top 3. So, look, they know once this ball goes out here, once them reshuffle here, once them time their runs, and they're in there attacking the ball. I still think that the defenders they're not convincing it enough for me to come out and someone to take leadership of getting out there. Look how slow this... oh, come on. OK, Cyril's done well.
Yeah.
He's challenged. Nothing else.
Credit to Cyril, but he's surrounded by 4 yellow shirts.
What does that tell you? That he was more determined.
Colwyn Bay take a 2-0 lead. Liedzi just having a bit of treatment on his ankle by the look of it.
I'm hoping he's OK, but it is 22 minutes. So goalkeepers sometimes do this as a tactical thing to get, you know, some messages over from the manager onto the pitch. It doesn't look like it because no one's come over to the side. So it must be a real injury, and I hope that Lee's OK. But
we did say, Mal, a couple of minutes ago that playing at the far end when he was defending, he was sort of having an easy day, Cyril. Nobody was physically, you know, looking after him and making him work hard. Here comes the goal again. When it comes back in, it's the second ball in. Defence haven't got out, bounces down, and he just reacts like a striker, to be fair to the big man.
I know, but Tobias Jones, he should do better there. He's marking him. He can see his number. And when Cyril can see somebody's number, you can't see him. So he's gone and jumped earlier, so he's just above Tobias. Tobias then tried to jump, and he has not even got above him. So it's a challenge in the air, and he's anticipated the ball's coming to him, but he's more determined, you know, than Tobias Jones to actually go and head that away.
The smiles are on the faces of the Seagulls fans, the few who've made the trip down. You call that support, travelling down 4.5 hours on a Saturday tea time to watch your team play in the Welsh Cup, and then a few of the old goal supporters shaking their heads, 2-0 behind in 23 minutes.
Well, let's put ourselves in a supporters like Colwyn Bay, Llandudno, or Carmarthen, or some, you know, Penrith Bridge End at the moment. You would, after last night, you would fancy yourself as cup winners this year.
Definitely.
There's no better chance for anyone to go and win this Welsh Cup than you know, this season. And that's no disrespect to Chinners. They're full-time. They should be favourites for everything.
Yeah, well, it just tells you, doesn't it? They won it 8 times in the last 12 years. So this is a chance for somebody different to win it this year. And there will be everybody keen, very keen. It's not only the Welsh Cup you pick up, as we say once again. It's a European adventure.
As an ex-manager, would you think Craig Harrison now, after what happened in Europe, and now the Welsh Cup, do you think that he could be looking over his shoulder?
Maybe. I just think that he will. I think if he gets the title, I don't think you can win everything all the time. Listen, the greatest teams, the Spanish teams, let's just don't only isolate the Welsh teams, the Welsh League when we're talking about this. The Celtics and Rangers, every time one of them gets beat, or should their manager be sacked, Barcelona lose. You know.
No, I hate that. I hate people that get sacked, don't get me wrong. But that, for me, is just an underachievement.
Yeah, but I think the title is his main target. You win the title.
Is that a real measurement? Winning by 20 points?
No, it's just winning the title, I think.
I just think that Guinness are on another level. That's how my mindset is, that TNS are on another level. Yeah, we're competing to go up another level with them, but by being part-time players.
Yeah, but then you're almost saying that winning the double then is not good enough.
No, double's fine.
Yeah, well, he's still in the Nathaniel MG Cup semi-final.
Yeah, but you still, I said it after Europe, and I'll say it now. They are measured by Europe more than anything else.
2-0 at Richmond Park, and Williams again bombing down that right-hand side. Carmarthen just need again.
They don't concede a lot, Carmarthen, do they, in the league? Yeah.
There's Lewis Harling, Craig Hanford, the coach of Cardiff Met, in there. Some great old players there from Carmarthen Town.
Yeah.
Curtis Rees in there, the ex-Haverfordwest Town centre midfielder. They could be missing him today as well. Rafael with Jones up top. Rafael, great tracking from Cargo. Rafael was off then.
Good play.
superb tracking.
Cagbo and George Hughes, very clever.
I think Wildy is the type of manager that demands that. You go one way, you've got to go the other way when you're playing for Mike Wilder, I think.
No question about it, and you can't tell me that, you know, Jordan Davies and Robles hasn't improved as players, you know, being an ex-centre forward himself. He's bound to get some good points, because Robles hasn't been at his best over the last 2 years. You know, he's won the Welsh Cup before with TNS 4 years ago, but he's back on his best. His work rate this season is as good as any centre forward in the league.
I think Jordan Davies, Robles, they have to work their socks off to stay in the team. Carmarthen had a good win in the last round. They beat True Thomas Bluebirds by 5-1 to get to this stage. Great ball in from Ethan Roberts. Again, corner. Interesting now. Every corner that comes in is a danger moment.
Yeah, they're just, not just because they've scored 2 goals. Sam Ford there just jumping early, couldn't direct his header, but he's gone off the defender's head, so another chance.
And nobody's marking man-to-man again. Zonal marking from Carmarthen. It's whipped to the back post. It's a great header this time. It was Jones who got the header away. It was a good header on the far post, but the long throw will be whipped in this time, definitely, from Aaron Williams.
Yeah, do you like that zonal marking? I don't, because if I was a forward, I'd love zonal marking, so I could run and jump early and get above people.
Yeah, that's like we say, Mal. I think the main men should be marked. The 3 or 4 main men should be marked. You can always have your man in the hole and your man on the front or back post, I think. But if there's a big 6'4" centre half like Cyril the last time, like Ford there coming up, I think you've got to be marked. Just block their runs at least.
That's the one, isn't it? These days, just to block people's run.
New Saints and Carmarthen.
Next week, I think, that one.
That will be a big game.
It's Friday.
Friday evening viewing. Carmarthen
Big game.
Winning today by 4-0, and like you said, another club who hasn't won the Welsh Cup. I'm sure the big man, the manager, Fish at Carmarthen, would love to have that one under his belt.
No question about it. For the area, but I know how much it would mean to Richard Davies, the manager, and the players as well.
As you mentioned, Mal, I just seen Robles sprint 40 yards to oppose that, and they keep it in play.
If you don't reach there, you force mistakes. You know, as an ex-centre forward, that's what you do. And then you win a throw in. Or you could do this again now. Wait till the trigger. He's the nearest man to the ball. He closes down and people go with him.
Cyril just playing that sweeper's role again. Gets it across to Roberts.
He hasn't got to swear.
Oh, he's on. He's definitely in. Almost from Liam Thomas. Going back 5 or 6 years ago, I think Thomas would have at least made that a 50-50, you know. It'd be interesting to watch the replay if we do show one then. Solomon Ford. George Hughes in midfield is causing problems for Carmarthen because he's just dropping off as the 6 and just starting the setups.
It's just controlling the possession.
Yeah.
Just managing the game.
Evans clears his line. Jones tries to bring it down. Roberts hooks it on. Robles. Weaver. That's more like it from Jones. Earned his team a free kick.
Did you hear the coach right in front of us there? He said, don't try and dribble, not there. And he dribbles around 3 players and gets a free kick.
Williams heads away. Here he is.
Yeah, it was a bit of a 50-50. He didn't want that one. But that's the first time you could say that Rhys Williams has been under pressure. That's half an hour gone.
A smart play from Thomas. Playing predominantly out on the right wing, which is not... Oh, great ball in.
Ball. Needed someone on the end of that to get back in the game.
I don't think that's what's going to miss. Says great defending from Aaron Williams. He just puts Mason Thomas off as he's going to try and get on the ball. We'll see it on a replay again, I think. He just tries to get in there on the far post. Williams just does enough to put him off. Carmarthen looking to get in the game by getting a goal before half-time, no doubt at all about that. Rodri Thomas, I think, would you think he'd take Malva 15 minutes to go this half, going in at 2-1? I think he would.
Of course he would. Because what you need now, from Carmarthen's point of view, is to change the momentum. You know, that means score the goal, and then you're in the game. Next goal is so important for Carmarthen.
Weaver.
When you're playing away from home, you're 5th in the Welsh Prem, you're playing a team that's 4th in the league, just underneath. And away from home, you want a goal to settle you. And then you need players to create something special. That's what they did. Jordan Davis.
Rafael just earns his team a corner. 32 minutes on the clock.
Helps you settle down. What about this?
Thomas does well.
Yeah, it does very well there, doesn't he?
What's the fullback? Just put him off as it goes to that far post. There he is, gets a little tug on him on the 7. Does his job.
Yeah, does he get a tug? Was it a push? No, he does enough just to shoulder him, doesn't he? Just to manoeuvre him out the way of running into the
good defending. It's what we talked about with the goals that have been there so far. He just does enough. And if you're looking at sometimes he's playing as a wing back, but they're on the break here. If he sends this early, Aaron Williams, Cargbo, trots ahead. They break really well. He's whipped it across the front. It's not the greatest of crosses, but in a matter of seconds, they've gone from everybody being in their own box to 6 players up the other end.
Yeah,
desire.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, and work rate as well. But when you're winning 2-0, you have that little bit more energy, if you like, in your step and in your runs.
So the game, which points most probably to the way, Mal, that the next goal is absolutely vital.
There's no question, but my only worry and problem is if for Carmarthen, they're not creating a lot in the attacking third. And I'm looking at how many goals they've scored this season in 14 games. It's only 15. It's not a lot. They need a goal scorer. They need somebody to offer something different today.
Yeah, definitely. And that could be said for most teams. We talk about the Premier League every week. We talk about international football. You have to, most teams, it's just the way football is based. If you get a 20-goal scorer, if you're in Division 4, if you're in Division 3, if you're in Division 2...
Halfway to success.
Yeah, whatever league you're in, you need an out-and-out goal scorer to most probably, have a good season. Unless you have a defence...
Well, we know who's here last year. Noah Daly was here last year.
Yeah, 20 goals last season. And he is getting amongst the goals as well this season in the Cymru Premier. Thomas. Weaver waiting for it to be played back. Thomas said he gets it and loves running at people. Dyson trying to do the same job as George Hughes is doing for Colwyn Bay. Just set the play up. Jones.
It's harder for Dyson to get into the game because when you're winning 2-0, George can do what he wants. He could just tell the defence, drop off 10 yards so I can get the ball in here. Dyson's got to be on his front foot there to try and close him down.
Cyril again on the ball in that sort of free role as a defender. It's a lovely role to get. He'll pick a pass. He usually picks a pass. He's got a goal and he's just strolled the game so far. Hughes just dropping in again.
I don't think many players had more touches than him in this first half.
Ford, Williams, always impressed now. Aaron Williams, whether he was playing for Newtown, whether he was playing for Connors Key, he's a really imposing fullback. He bombs up and down that line. He's got the right, he's got the long throw, and his crosses are usually excellent. Ford.
Great to see this.
Carmarthen Town fans making a noise, keeping their team spirits up.
Well, they need to get a spark off the pitch now to get themselves back in this game.
Hughes. The press was from centre midfielder Dyson. Yeah, exactly as you said, Malcolm. You travel, it's a big game. you're playing against a team, one league below you. You ease your way through after 23 or 24 minutes to a 2-0 advantage. It doesn't take the heat off you.
I think there's a doubt in everyone's minds when you play cup games against teams who are demanding standards to his goalkeeper there, and I love that from Michael Wilde. But all I'll say is, you said little bit of a doubt when you're travelling down here to play this game, because Carmarthen are 4th, you're 5th in the Welsh Prem. You've started very well, but last season they've only been promoted this season. You know, so what I'm saying is, once you get to this game and you've got the players, they have the belief, they know the system, they've bought into my ideas as Michael Wilde as a new manager, and they've gone and produced it, you know, they've gone and expressed it on the pitch. They've got to take you off the training pitch into the first team, and they've done that. You've got to think, how did they start this year? 4 draws and 1 loss in the first 5 games.
And then they had a purple patch.
They did, but what they did was, they got stability. They don't concede. They've conceded 9 goals, I think.
Yeah, that's right. And their main centre-half, shall we say, or one of them is not playing this afternoon, Nathan Peat.
And he's their main man.
Who's been a rock for them. Offside flag goes up against Aaron Williams. I think there was some hell of a game today. Portsmouth beating Port Talbot 3-2 in the last minute. What a game that would have been this afternoon.
That's all the romance of the Welsh Cup, I would say. It's great to see. Great to see. Exciting times for all the clubs, especially the ones that got through today and last night.
Osborne, Noah Osborne.
I used to love playing in the Cup, Dyson.
Yeah, special days. Tom Dyson tries one from 35 yards, just flies over the bar.
Yeah, I don't think he convinced himself. He's got to just get a little bit closer to George Hughes. Just leave everything else at the moment and just go and do a roll on George Hughes.
Only 6 of the last 16 will be Cymru Premier clubs, which shows that the competition, even with TNS out, takes some winning.
Absolutely.
I think last year, you know, at this stage as well. Oh, what a flick that is by Robles. He puts Osborne under pressure. Osborne decides to go out. I don't think there'll be any short throw taken here. Williams will most probably set up the long throw.
I've just asked a question there. We'll get the answer from Dylan Ebenezer. He's the intelligence. He's the clever one behind us all. But has there been a team from the level underneath the Welsh Prem that's ever won the Welsh Cup? I know the Kevin Druids got to the final one here against TNS. Played at Bangor City's ground, Lansport. I can't remember. Dal will come to the rescue. Oh.
Aaron Williams takes a yellow card for delaying. Or maybe the tug back.
Tug back deserves it. Don't complain. Knows the rules.
He may have something to say about that, because there was a little tug back in the first couple of minutes and somebody got away with it.
Man, you can't do that in front of the eyes of the referee.
Yeah.
And look where he is. His team's 2-0 up.
Yeah, pretty wasteful that. Picking up a yellow for that. 80 yards away from goal.
He's had the time of his life in 40 minutes.
Cruised the first 40 minutes, George Hughes.
And it's not, again, underestimating, you know, Dyson against him. He's got to go face to face with him and make him feel uncomfortable. Be in his face.
I think Carmarthen have had their best 5 or 10 minutes. And can they steal a goal now just before half-time? 5 minutes before the break. Colwyn Bay, you would say, have been in cruise control at 2-0. But a goal just before half-time could make a big difference to the half-time team talks from both managers. Whipped across up again, is punched away. I think it'll be another corner. Another wonderful corner from Tristan Jones.
Yeah. And I'm just looking at the movements before the corner comes in. I just feel they're all too close. just time your runs a little bit better, or you get into a fight.
You did say that Dylan Ebenezer was in here. I think Tristan Jones takes a better corner than Declan Rice.
And he can take a corner, Declan Rice, by the way. Hold on.
Over it goes again. A little bit of fun and games in the area.
I said to you that Colwyn Bay had only conceded 9 goals today. They conceded 15, but still the best record in the Welsh Prem alongside the TNS. So it's not very difficult to score against them. Let's have a look at. Ooh,
Little bit of shadow boxing there.
there was a little trip there, wasn't there?
Looked like he was pushed from behind. He went down. Referee comes in, has a word with Lewis Reed and Cargbo.
No competition for the heights there. With Liam Reed
Dealt
and
very,
Cagbo.
very well with the first 42 minutes of referee. The long throw. Osborne whips it in. First flick for Carmarthen. Ethan Roberts does well getting there first.
I like Ethan Roberts. You know, he's playing as a...
It's not the worst ball. It's hit into the area. Solomon Ford. Ford is developing into a good defender for Colwyn Bay.
Yeah,
He's the youngest defender. Mason Thomas. Can he get the shot off? Thomas. Brilliant work from Jordan Davis.
I had Sam Ford with me at Carmarthen Town Academy at one stage. He's only 21, and then we lost him to Chester. He went there.
He's a good player,
for
man.
2 years, yeah. Very,
Definitely a good player.
He's better on the ball than we've seen as well. There's a lot more to come
Yeah.
from him because he was a midfield player to
Okay.
me. He's such a cool, calm person, and he doesn't panic. He reminds me of the lad who used to play on loan at Carmarthen from Wrexham, the fullback. Sorry, the centre half. He's played in the first.
Cleworth, Max Cleworth.
That's the one.
Who's doing really well at Wrexham. Played every game so far this season, I think.
Great result for him today. Away to Ipswich, who are flying 0-0.
Yeah, starting to hit form, Wrexham, at the right time. Thomas, Carmarthen, again, showing good spirit towards the half-time, looking for that goal to get back in this game. Dyson. Out wide it goes Thomas. He'll be wanting this for ages. A one-on-one. Can he take the full back on Roberts? Thomas steps it up to the back post. Again, this goes out of play. Liam Thomas.
Just not the cutting edge I'm looking for in this. But this is the penalty shout. Have a look here. Is there a trip here?
He's grabbed him from behind, 2 hands as well. He's run in front of him, and he's put 2 hands round his waist. He's gone down. Maybe
VAR? If there was,
you're the man, Mal. You're the man. That's why we.
all I'd say is this: Liam Thomas has been in this game a long time. If he doesn't go down, does he reach the ball? I don't know. Or is he looking for it? So he's gone down. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the ball's, if he's coming straight on his head and he pulls him down, there's a definite penalty.
But the other side of that, in our debate, as we usually have, is: are you allowed just to wrap your 2 hands around the waist of another player?
That's a penalty. I'd be arguing all day if I was, Liam Thomas, and that was the situation.
Interesting one. 3 added minutes from the 4th official. Alex McKinch, Weaver, Thomas, Mason Thomas. Team time talks, Mal. I think Rodri can take a little bit. Rodri Thomas can take a little bit from their last 15 minutes.
Yeah, he can. He can. He's just got to be. His players have got to just roll their sleeves up and get there first in the box. I remember
in clinical situations.
Kevin Keegan, Graham Taylor, Mick McCarthy, all the the managers I played under. Be first to the box. Be first to the ball in both boxes, and you won't go far wrong.
Yeah, what a great point. And modern football is very much, well, not going back to the old days. It's just what football is all about, and then penalty areas are getting so important once again.
That's my problem in the first half with Carmarthen. Okay. Oh, let's have a look.
May have got away with one there. Dyson. Plenty in the box waiting for the cross. If Thomas can get it across, there's 4 or 5 in it. It wasn't the greatest across. Roberts again, cool as a cucumber in the left back slot.
It's a Carmarthen throw. Yeah, Carmarthen are huffed and puffed, but they threatened to achieve something, just threatened. So when they've had the share of the game, you've got to score.
Yeah, and summing up the first half, Mal, a bright start from Colwyn Bay. The 2 goals in the first quarter
settled them down,
settled their visit down, and they know they have players in their ranks can do that all afternoon. Last 20 minutes, Carmarthen have settled definitely and started passing the ball around and creating a chance or two, but worth their 2-0 advantage, the Bay?
After their first half an hour display, yes. They thoroughly run the show. George Hughes, Cyril from the back, too much time, space to run into, and this man will be overjoyed with that first half performance, but he will want standards.
Yeah, and so will his assistant Danny Harrison.
Yeah.
Aaron Edwards sat on the bench there, smiling.
Big whispers this week that maybe Chester were thinking maybe of approaching Michael Wilde, but let's hope that he stays with the Welsh League, the Welsh Prem.
Idzi fires it long. Flick on from Jones. Cagbo. Again Davis. Fred runs through to Robles. Goes back to the goalkeeper from Tristan Jones. 2 goals in the first half of this Welsh Cup third round tie. Jordan Davis firing a free kick in. Lewis Cyril lashing in a 3-yard volley from a corner, giving the Seagulls of Colwyn Bay a 2-0 advantage at half-time. Don't go away. We look forward to being with you again in the second 45 minutes. But from Richmond Park in Carmarthen, the half-time score is Carmarthen Town 0, Colwyn Bay 2.
Can I remind you that the coffee shop is open in the corner there for coffees and beachside snacks.
Cwpan Cymru sy'n cael yn sylw heno ar sgorio a'r clwb o uwch Gyngrair Cymru sy'n dathlu. Bai Colwyn yn cwrdd â Caerfyrddin am y tro cynta erioed. A'r clwb o'r Gogledd sy'n dathlu ar hyn o bryd. Jordan Davies di cael un, y captain Lewis Cyril di cael y llall. Mae'n gyfforddus ar yr egwyl. 2-0 i'r ymwelwyr. Siom yr edith sy'n cadw cwmni i fi wedi bod yn gwylio'r hanner cyntaf yna yn y pwynt sylwebu. Cyfforddus, yw'n ddisgrifio teg?
Cyfforddus, ond dyw Gyfyrddin ddim allan o'r gêm. 2 gol i ddim, dyn nhw ddim allan o'r gêm. A hefyd, fe gael nhw 3 cyfle da i sgorio yn y hanner cyntaf yna. Methu wrth gwrs, ond dyn nhw'n allan o'r gêm hyn.
Na, mae hwnna'n cadw ni ar flaen entraid fan hyn. Ni'n edrych yn y goliau yn gyntaf ac am hynny, yn union beth oedd y tîm cartre ddim eisiau gweld yn digwydd. A mae Jordan Davies jyst yn nghanol popeth ar y pwynt yma.
Ie, mae Jordan Davies wedi bod yn glefer yn y hanner cyntaf. Mae'n edrych am y gwagle, edrych am y lle na, just tu ôl i'r ddoi ymysodwr. Ac mae'n ennill y gicrydd yma, braidd yn hawdd i fi. Mae'r amddiffynwr rhy bell oddi wrtho fe. A ti'n gwybod yn union beth mae Jordan Davies yn mynd i wneud, cymeryd y dyn man. Lot o trafod yn y pwynt sylwebu, ydy e'n mynd am y gol fan hyn. Yn y marn i, ydy mae o. Mae'n edrych am y postyn pella. Os yw e'n sgorio, gret, dyna beth mae'n wneud. Os yw rhywun yn cael peniad neu'r cyffyrddiad lleia, mae'n gol. Mae wedi bod yn amlwg iawn yn y hanner cyntaf.
A nodyn sydd ddim yn bwysig, chi'n clywed y ping oddi ar y postyn hefyd, pan mae'r bil yn mynd mewn.
Mae'n neud hyn o gwell yn y fe.
A ti'n fe, mae hwn ar ôl 7 munud, na'r peth. Mae Bai Colwyn yn dod yma, cwpl o newidiadau, mae angen canmol nhw hefyd am y job proffesiynol maen nhw'n gwneud. A wedyn, y captain Cyril wedi cael bach o waharddiad yn y Gyngrair yn ddiweddar. O'n i'n angwylio fe yn y bari nag o'n i'n cael cerdyn coch. Oedd e, bach o flerwch fan hyn?
Ie, fydd Gyfyrddin yn siomedig gyda hon. Bach o ping-pong yn y cwrt ar y diwedd. Ni ddim yn siŵr lle yn union mae'n dod oddi ar ei ysgwydd dwi'n meddwl. A mae'n jyst yn reacto. Cyril reacto'n well na Leedsy yn y gol. Fydd Cyfyrddin yn siomedig gyda'r 2 gol i ryw raddau. Cicau rhydd, a cic o gornel oedd hon. Fydden nhw'n jyst yn siomedig gyda y ffordd maen nhw wedi ildio. Achos dwi'n cofio arbediad arall mae Leedsy wedi gorfod wneud yn y hanner cyntaf.
Cyril, chi'n gael y droion, yr un oedd yn mynnu mynd amdani ac yn cael y gol. Fel mae Sean yn gweud, Caerfyrddin dal ynddi. Maen nhw wedi cael eu cyfleoedd hefyd. Eto, pan chi ddwy ar ei holi ar ôl rhyw 25 o funudau bach llain hynny, mae'n anodd, ond maen nhw wedi dod nôl i ryw raddau. Ie,
fydden nhw'n siomedig, bod nhw heb sgorio leia un o'r cyfleon yna. Y safon ar y croesiadau, mae rhaid rhoi clod iddo fe, ond oedden nhw wych gan Liam Thomas. A i fi, se fe ar y diwedd y croesiad yna, mae hon yn gol. Ac mae fe'n gwybod fel ymysodwr yn union beth dwi'n moyn wneud. Dwi'n moyn rhoi hon mewn yn gynnar gyda'r safon ar y croesiad, a fi jyst rwy'n i wneud diving header ar draws y blocs. Ond eto, cic cornel arall, safon ar y croesiad, ond neb yn benni dde. Mae rhaid i rhywun cael cyffyrddiad fyna yn y marn i o Gyfyrddin.
Swn i weld y digwyddiad yna unwaith eto, ymateb Rodri Thomas yn dweud y cyfan. Reit, diolch fawr iawn i Sean am y tro. Ni'n mynd i drafod pêl-droed rhyngwladol nesaf. Cymru am wythnos ni wedi cael perfformiad, canlyniad campus dechrau'r wythnos. A wedyn yr enw allan o'r het, ni'n gwybod pwy fydd Cymru'n cwrdd â nesaf yn y gemau ail gyfle. Bosnia-Herzegovina gartre a wedyn ni, os mynd trwyddo o bosib yr Eidal neu Gogledd Iwerddon gartre eto. Ni angen ymateb i hyn. Mae Sioned gyda Owain Tudur-Jones.
Ie, Owain, tro diwetha, oedd y ddoi ni gyda'n gilydd, oedd i cyn gêm Gogledd Macedonia, ni wrth ochr y ca a boes bach, sa'n credu. Oedd un o'n ni'n disgwyl y fath yna o ganlyniad am ffordd i Gymru gorffen yr ymgyrch.
Oedd hi'n special doedd, a dwi'n meddwl, mae rhaid i ni gyd fel cefnogwyr deimlo dydy'r nosweithio fel ddim yn dod rownd yn aml. Felly mae rhaid ni enjoyo fo. Dwi'n meddwl mae pawb wedyn yn naturiol yn exeitio a disgwyl bod Cymru yn mynd i sgorio 5, 6 neu 7 yn ebyn pwy bynnag da ni'n chwarae. Dwi'n meddwl bod hi'n mynd i fod fel drwy'r amser, ond mae rhaid i ni jyst gwerthfawrogi be oedd y perfformiad mewn gêm lle oedd y tîm o dan bwysau yn erbyn tîm dda, oedd ddim yn ildio lot o goliau. Waw, oedd hi'n special.
Mae fe'n teimlo'n dreni bron nawr bod ni'n gorfod aros tan mis Mawrth tan bod Cymru'n ware nesa. Mae'r enwau mas o'r het. I ni'n gwybod beth fydd y llwybr os yw Cymru am gyrraedd cwpan y byd gan ddechrau gyda'r rownd gyn-derfynol gartre yn erbyn Bosnia-Herzegovina. Owain, pan i ti'n edrych ar hwnna nawr, just pa mor bwysig ma ddi y ffaith bod Cymru yn mynd i fod adre ar gyfer y gêm yna o leia?
mor bwysig. Mae mor syml â hynna. Dwi'n meddwl o'n i'n sôn cyn y gêm nos Fawrth. Adra, yn Stadiwm Dinas Caerdydd, nhw'n ni roi gêm i rywun. A dwi dal yn teimlo hynna. Felly, gwynebu Bosnia, sydd ddim yn dîm da ni'n gwybod llawer amdanyn nhw. Edin Dzeko dal yn chwarae. Blwyddyn yn fengach na fi yn yr ysgol. Felly am chwaraewr mae wedi bod dros y blynyddoedd. Ond yn amlwg mae'n hyn. Mae gennym ni gyfle yn does. A wedyn, tebygrwydd ydy yr Eidal gartra. Gattuso yn ebyn Bellamy ar yr ochr. Sa'n ni'n talu lot o arian, sy'n am box office. Ond mae yna job i wneud yn ebyn Bosnia i ddechrau. Ond dwi'n hapus. Mae wedi gweithio allan yn bositif iawn o ran y gema cartra yna.
Achos wrth gwrs yr Eidal o bosib fydd hi wedyn ni yn y rownd derfynol, ond fi ddim moyn siarad gormod am hwnna. Ond o ti bron yn tymlo o gol enwog yna, Craig Bellamy, pan nath Cymru fydd i'r Eidal. O ti'n tymlo oedd yr Eidal wastad yn mynd i fod yn rhan o'r stori rhyw ffordd oedd hi fod?
Yn union, ac mae pêl-droed i newid dros y blynyddoedd, lle eich bod y gwledydd llai adnabyddus o'n chwaraewyr fel Gogledd Macedonia. Maen nhw'n lond llaw, maen nhw'n anodd i chwarae'n erbyn. Da ni'n sbio'r yr Eidal fel y tîm dros y blynyddoedd ers degawda, chwaraewyr anhygol, dyn nhw ddim yn hynna dim mwy. Felly yn y ddwy gêm, dwi'n ffansio Cymru, so ni'n rhaid yn arian i gyd arnyn nhw, da ni'n mynd i gwpan y byd, boes bach.
Wel, un o chwaraewyr enwoca Cymru, Ian Rush, nath chwarae'r Eidal, gyda'r moustache nose, fi'n teimlo fel bod fi wedi cyfweld ag Ian Rush. Ond i ni gyd yn breuddwydio am gwpan y byd ond Cwpan Cymru sy'n hawlio'r sylw fan hyn ar S4C yr ail hanner rhwng Carmarthen a Bai Colwyn i ddod wedi'r egwyl.
Pêl-droed byw i chi ar nos Sadwrn ar S4C, a dyma sydd I ddod dros y dyddiau nesaf. Uchafbwyntiau nos Lyn ac ar yr iPlayer ag S4C Click hefyd. Wedyn nos Wener nesaf, gêm fyw. Y Seintiau Newydd yn cwrdd â Caernarfon am gêm nos Wener nesaf. Mae honna ond heno yr ail hanner I ddod. Os ffordd yn ôl I Gaerfyrddin yn erbyn tîm y dîm yn yma. Bai Colwyn ar y blaen o 2 gol I ddim. Nôl â ni at ein tîm sylwebu.
Welcome back to Richmond Park in Carmarthen, where Carmarthen Town are currently 2 goals behind to the visitors Colwyn Bay in the third round of the 25-26 JD Welsh Cup. 2 goals in the first period from Jordan Davis, and centre-half Lewis Cyril give the North Walians the advantage. Team talks at half-time, Malcolm. I suppose the Colwyn Bay one would have been much the same, please, from the manager Michael Wilde?
Yeah, I think he would have rallied him a little bit to say to him, look, we know that Command's going to come out a different animal in this first 15 minutes of the second half, so we've got to be just as competitive and win that first ball. If not the first, you definitely win the second.
First long throw from Osborne. Fires it in, it's an unopposed header away.
And from Carmarthen's point of view, right, I don't think they could get any worse. If they need a goal back, just get everything forward and get Tobias, the centre forward there. He's got to, Tobias Jones, he's got to win more things in the air and then pick the bits off him.
Chance. It's a great shot. What a block that is. That's the type of challenge what wins you games. That's Cargbo. And he sprints away with the ball, bombing down 50, 60 yards. His ball is not the greatest of ball, but his desire to win the tackle, his desire to get forward and get the pass off, that's what keeps you in the starting 11, son.
Hey, that's a perfect example from defence to attack. But by, this block here, look at this. This is on his way. At least he's going to hit the target, make the goalie work. But once he's up on his feet and he goes again, he shows just a change of gear there. And now, what he's doing by making that run is the team altogether runs 50 yards up the pitch with him.
Ford elects to go back to the goalkeeper. Rhys Williams clears his lines. Jordan Davis beaten in the air by Lewis Reed. No substitutions.
George Hughes there
At half-time.
How clever was that? Dyson takes the first touch. George Hughes can't win it, so he reads the first touch and wins the second. Doesn't tackle him on the first one, don't give a foul away, and then he just nicks it. Clever play.
Cargbo again slides a great ball in behind. Robles puts the cross in. Oh, big chance on the far post. Cargbo just arriving a little bit late. Almost got that for the third. But it's an open game in the first 5 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, I don't think Colwyn Bay wants it that open, but they also know one game kills the game for them as well to make it 3-0. Half a chance, wasn't it? Jordan Davis picking out his player on the far post.
Ethan Roberts. Robles again, he'll pop up by the side all 90 minutes. It's left, it's right, it's centre for him. He's in here, can he pull it back? Just the pass from Roberts. A little bit too much on him, and Michael Wilde stood in front of us, clapping his hands, saying that's more like it, lads.
Yeah, this is the cross, picks him out. It's a great delivery in from Aaron Williams down the right-hand side. You know you're going to get quality off him. Cargbo's unlucky because he commits to the run, just that I think just his angles of running in was a little bit wrong.
Davis, Jordan Davis. Solomon Ford gets it wide to Cyril. Cyril.
They don't have to go they don't have to go long all the time. They can mix the game up.
Yeah, I don't see George Hughes going very far forward, Mal, with this 2-0 advantage. It's a cup match, it's on the day. You're not playing for points, you're playing for getting through to the next round. With their 2-0 advantage, I think the back four will not be, or back three plus their wing backs will not be firing too far forward.
And he's got players on the bench who've got experience.
Oh, massive experience.
Aaron Edwards is there, Nathan Peets, cunning, he can kill games off.
Yeah. Thomas. Both Cargbo brothers have put in very decent performances here this afternoon so far. Isa and Eunice, Davis, Cargbo.
See how they're opening the pitch up? 2-0 up. They're isolating Carmarthen players, 1v1s with their players, by just opening the width and the length of the pitch up, just to keep possession and control and manage the game.
Williams, Solomon Ford, Robles on a one-on-one with Morgan Weaver. Weaver gets a header back, intercepts. Cargbo again, almost rash-like, putting himself everywhere at the moment.
Cargbo's everywhere, but there's 2 of them on there.
Yeah. It looks like with the amount of effort they're both putting in.
It looks like there's 4 of them. They're doing so well, so much energy, you know, from both of them. Both of the twins, Eunice and Isa.
When you're borderline, Mal, on, you know, this is a live television game as well. If you're not starting every week, you know, if you've got that in your head, I'm going to go out there today, I'm going to cover every blade of grass, I'm going to make my place in the team an automatic one. It's the attitude.
I've been in that position myself where,
yeah,
you know, there's no inspiration for proving people wrong sometimes, or proving yourself that you're good enough to play every week. And that's where you do your talking, out there.
On the pitch.
It's a great opportunity for them, and they're doing really, really well.
Dyson. Again, even when Dyson added in midfield then, with the likes of the midfield, Keon Rafael playing in the midfield, he's looking up when he gets it in the centre of the midfield, Dyson, and the only forward up there is the big man. Jones, just another option or two would be handy for him.
Yeah, Robles plays into Hughes. He's in his own half. He makes the run down the left. He gets it back from Hughes, gives it back to Robles. They just keep in possession. That means they're controlling the tempo.
Williams again drives to the line and gets a brilliant cross in. He's done that 4 or 5 times this afternoon. Great layoff from Jones. Dyson doesn't quite pick his pass.
Just seems Colwyn Bay can slow it down, or they can quicken it up.
These two clubs meeting for the first time ever this afternoon. Reed plays it inside Thomas. Jordan Davis tracking. Osborne. Showing good spirit since the start of the second half. Carmarthen first 7 minutes just trying to get back in the game. They're aware they need that goal as quick as possible. Osborne, Hughes, Dyson gets it wide to Rafael.
Yeah, they're just a little bit wary of pushing their back four up the pitch, and then that automatically affects the midfield, pushes on, then the forwards push on. So you're in contact with one another when you win the ball back, but they're wary of the counter-attack from Colwyn Bay with the pace that they've got.
Dyson's seen a lot more of the ball in the second half. Thomas, it's a great tackle again by Solomon Ford, hasn't put a foot wrong all afternoon. Aaron Williams, Cargbo, Ford.
Again, look what they're doing. Just opening the pitch up, just to isolate Carmarthen players against Colwyn Bay players, 1v1s. This is the time when Carmarthen has to go on. They've got to take a risk. They've got to take a gamble. And then look at the midfield players. They're on top of their defence.
Yeah.
They've got to be right with the forwards there.
They'll have to press back on. Cargbo against Weaver. Weaver has great pace at the back. It's a good find from Mark Hazelwood, finding Morgan Weaver, I think, from the lower leagues. He's done well for him since he's come into the team. And he looks like a defender who could be playing for years to come for Carmarthen. Williams, Michael Wilde pushing Williams forward in every opportunity, telling him to take the one-on-one on. He drives inside Williams. Dyson. Reed. The next games, Malcolm, for both clubs, we did have a chat about at half-time. As big as this match is the Welsh Cup, in the Cymru Premier, Colwyn Bay go to Penabont Connors, Key Nomads and Carmarthen the next 3 games. That's as tough as it gets.
Well, the 3 teams above them.
And in the Cymru South, Carmarthen Town go to Coira, Ely, Cambroyan and Clydach and Ammanford.
Well, put it this way, they're 5th of the table, Colwyn Bay. I'll start with Colwyn Bay. 5th of the table. They got the next 3 games against the 3 teams that are above them. So if they were to get in the top 6 by 22 games, they played 17, you know, so you've got to think to yourself,
this is where, you know,
the crunch time. It's crunch time.
Definitely.
2 years ago, when Colwyn Bay were promoted with Steve Evans in charge, they only had 14 points after 17 games.
Loose pass. Puts Robles on the edge of the box. He drives in, he opts not to pass. Aaron Williams gets a shot off. Scored plenty. Scored 20 goals in 2 seasons for Newtown before making his move to Colwyn Bay.
Consistent. That's what he is, and that's what you get from him. You know, he's always got an eye for goal, but he's always leading back on that one.
A couple of substitutes warming up.
Matty Hill, he has got pace. I didn't realise he was only 25.
Yeah,
still.
Matty Hill's got pace to burn. Cargbo, strong tackle from Reid. Reid says got the ball, referee says no, it's a foul.
Nah, it's just a foul right in front of us here. On this one there.
Little bit unlucky, you know.
Yeah, he gets the ball, but
yeah, definitely.
He gets the man. It's one of them what I call a full tackle, where you get through the man and the ball.
Would you call that a Roy Keane-like tackle?
No, Roy was a lot worse than that. I've felt him, believe me.
I bet you did. Well, that's gone right into the danger area, and it goes all the way through to Leedsy on the second bounce. Amazing that has bounced. When we see the replay, that has bounced in between the 12-yard and 6-yard.
But what's the rule? You're an ex-manager.
Don't let it bounce.
So you don't, as a manager.
Yeah.
The ruling in training, in playing, don't let the ball bounce to the defenders. I used to love that as a forward. Once that doubt comes in their head and the ball bounces in their box, gives me time to run around them.
Osborne puts it in. Jones. It's won his fair share of headers, but we have talked about a partner just for the knockdowns. He's won at least 4 or 5 headers. They've just gone to defenders in purple shirts every time we've won them. Solomon Ford. Goes long, Tristan Jones. Takes the throw, back to Leedsy. Carmarthen itching for a goal to get back in this game. Leedsy's had a fantastic career, 426 games. Idzy. Osborne. Flows when he's on the ball, Osborne. He just put it out to play. Matty Hill. Warming up below, looks like he'll be coming on at any minute. Also Owen Davis. Shock of the round has to be the Cardiff Met victory last night against the 8 times holders TNS. If you weren't with us in the first half, a 2-1 scoreline win for Cardiff Met, and they will be eagerly looking forward to the draw held this week in Welsh FA headquarters, as will 16 other clubs. Leedsy. Cyril, Rafael. On about missing players, Malcolm, they definitely missed the suspension more than anything, I think, of the legs in midfield from Lewis Harlan.
No question about it. He just offers something different, not because, you know, with all his experience, but also because he's got energy in there. He doesn't just close people down and win the ball. He actually can, you know, make forward runs as well.
And him not playing has made George Hughes' life easier this afternoon.
Yes, 100%. He'd have been playing in and around George Hughes.
Hook clear by Cyril. Headed back in by Morgan Weaven. Weaver, Rafael, Keon Rafael. Free kick given against Luis Robles. Michael Wilde looks like making the 2 substitutions, and it looks like Matty Hill and Owen Davis will be coming on. Interesting to see the 2 he's going to take off. Big man up top, Aaron Williams. It's the Williams. Both Williamses come off.
Does it make your job a little bit easier because both Aaron Williamses come off? No.
Especially when they got their Movember beards and their lookalikes.
I'm sure. But I'm glad we know a little bit about Matty Hill. Of course, he was a Carmarthen last season, but he's got pace to burn, and he'll come out here on the left. But I like it that they've given Owen Davies another chance here. I like him. He's only 20. He went on trials at Everton years ago, but he joined TNS after that, and then he scored many goals for Denby last season. 16, I think, in 30 games. He's only 20.
Just like you said, it's the chance now to prove yourself live.
Half an hour
on Sgorio S4C.
Great for the youngster. 2-0 up. Then you get your chance. Go and create an impression now.
Cargbold again picking up a second. Dyson. Mason Thomas. Fires it wide. Joe Evans on the overlap. Rafael lays it off to Evans. Liam Thomas misguiding his pass, but is picked up by Reid. More bodies forward this time from Carmarthen if the cross comes in. Just overhits the cross. He's whipped the cross. He's just whipped it way too hard. Mason Thomas Jones then.
And while he's only 2-0, it's always a chance. Because I'll tell you now, Carmarthen scores the next goal, this game changes. Just not because it's the nerves, it's the tension. Colwyn Bay will start panicking on the ball. It's the momentum.
Absolutely, Mal, especially with, we should let everybody know, it only being a 90-minute game.
Absolutely.
No extra time in the Welsh Cup.
No.
So were they to get 2 goals in this half, we could, shall we, preempt a penalty shootout after 90 minutes.
Yeah, at this moment in time, it doesn't look like he's going to get that, but it's the next goal. They'll still feel they're in the game out there, but they've got to really believe it.
Great play in midfield from Hughes then. Davis gets on the ball. His first pass is a good pass. Out wide to Isa Cargbo.
He likes to knit things up, Davis. You'll see him. He'll take clever positions up, little holes, and he'll show little angles that you think, oh, why is he on his own? It's clever.
Ford again with an unopposed header. Cyril. The big man Jones, can he get a run at Cyril?
He's on his own.
Once again, he's by himself, and Cyril drives away with the ball with that wand of a left foot. Almost gets a perfect pass in behind as well.
He's holding his hamstring, you know, Cyril. I don't like it.
Yeah, having made that run and that pass, he's going down as well, Mal, just in front of us. I think that could be the afternoon over for the second goal scorer, Lewis Cyril, as the referee. Nathan Peters sat on the bench, by the way.
He'd definitely be off. He's just told the physio there that it's his hamstring. I saw him limping across after that pass.
It's not the coldest, it's more of a mild night. In fact, the weather in West Wales this week has been...
Well, it's a mild night for us, mate.
Yeah, definitely sat inside.
Because Mr. Barry and Owen Jones, who's doing the commentary in Welsh today, they are...
Yeah, I hope them Peacock's coats are worth their money, Mal.
But he won't be geeing his team up now. You know,
he's definitely, I think he will definitely come off, as you said, Malcolm. There's and down below us.
You don't really take any chances. Here he is, Nathan Pete, warming up in the corner.
Cyril just having a word with Michael Wilde. I think Wilde's experience will say to him, that'll do for you today, son, if that hamstring is in any doubt at all.
He doesn't want to be pinging balls around with his hamstring, with his left foot, and it's his left leg.
Yeah, as much... I mean, he's kicked it, like we said earlier on, Malcolm, in the first half, most probably more than anybody else this afternoon anyway. Robles. Colwyn Bay looking for the third goal to put this game most probably over. Cargbo trying to drive inside, whips across in, headed away by Keon Rafael. Carmarthen with a box full of defenders, staying in the game at 2-0, as you just said. It's never over at 2-0. That's one of the golden rules in football at any level. Great ball in behind. Can Jones get there first? Roberts has impressed me. I've watched him 3 or 4 times this season. He's ex-Tranmere, ex-Llandudno, and he just makes the left-back slot look an easy role, you know.
He's a good player. You know, he's a youngster as well. But I'm just thinking along the lines of, I saw the gap between Tobias Jones, and the midfield. It was 30 yards. And no matter if you got to the ball first down the channel, you only get 2 seconds on the ball to hold the ball up as a centre forward. They would have needed 3 or 4 seconds.
Yeah.
He hasn't got much support.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Considering it, had it gone the other way, the likes of Cargbo would have been only 10 yards behind him. Matty Hill on as a substitute. Ball goes out of play.
Well, it'd be Matty Hill throwing this one in right under the nose of the goalkeeper.
And by the way, Mal, I didn't realise how far he does throw it, you know.
Yeah.
He's just launched the first one. It's gone right into the 6-yard box.
Responsibility on the Carmarthen goalkeeper. Yeah, it's he. Could he have done better with the goals? That's the question I would ask as well.
Fired in from Hill. Rafael hooks it away. Roberts. Still a great knock back in by Lewis Cyril, who looks like he has gone back on, Mal, which is quite surprising for us looking on here.
Yeah, it makes me think, is Nathan Pete okay?
Yeah, that could be definitely another problem if Pete is on the bench just as 100%, not 100%, he doesn't go back on. Big chance, just hooked off the line.
Do you know what, the substitute, that was Owen. I'm sure that was Owen Davies there, getting that shot in, half a shot in.
Hill drives, puts it across the front. The back heel. Idzi makes a save at full end. It goes in. Is it the 3rd goal? It's such a scruffy goal, but it'll do for Michael Wilde and Colwyn Bay as Louis Robles most probably puts a game over. It's Carmarthen Town 0, Colwyn Bay 3. The Seagulls are flying.
Well, absolutely, and thoroughly deserved. They've just been a lot more clinical, maybe, with their decision making in that attacking third.
In the box,
they've got 6 players in the box. Just have a look at that back heel. I love that bit. That was Cyril, wasn't it, with the back heel? With, I'm sure that was Cyril, who's now limping away again. Look at him, the big centre half, the captain. That was it. Oh, come on, he's got to defend more. Ford's done well to slide in at the back post. He's determined and he wants to get there. You know, he's really hungry for winning the ball forward, and it lands to Robles, and he ain't going to get an easier task.
Well, that's twice 2 goals as he waves his hands. Louis Robles, he says that could be the goal that puts us definitely through.
Yeah, but Tristan Jones defending on the far post with that first tackle with Sam Ford, you know, he's got to do better.
And most probably, Mal, in front of us now, the substitution will definitely be made because Lewis Cyril, who scored the 2nd goal, is going down. And I think at this present situation, if that's a centre-half who plays for you every week, captain of your club, I play with 10 men. If it's, we talked about the games they got coming up. He's got to come off, Mal.
Yeah, but do you know what? I think them and the physio there, they spoke about, is he cramp? It doesn't look like cramp to me. It looks like he's pulled his hamstring.
Well, he passes
it. He's tweaked his hamstring.
He passes the captain's armband over now to Robles, who just scored the 3rd goal. And Cyril leaves. He's had a wonderful game, by the way, after 68 minutes. May have been in line for the Man of the Match award towards the end. And not a bad replacement. Nathan Pete. Seen it all in the Cymru Premier League.
And when you're 3-0 up, you know, a player of his capacity, I would say, because he's a leader, he's an imposter, he's a nasty, you know, defender when he needs to be, and he's a good defender.
And over the last decade, definitely one of the best headers of a ball in the Cymru Premier League.
Yeah, attacks the ball, doesn't he?
Yeah. Cargo.
And you need at least one of your defenders, central defenders, to be able to attack the ball like he does.
They're enjoying themselves now. They're just keeping their shape, passing the ball round. Carmarthen Just trying to keep the score down, but at the moment, corner given. They've travelled well. They've put on a good performance, and at the moment they are comfortable 3-0 leaders.
Professional, very professional. How they've prepared for this game. Michael Wilde's team.
George Hughes will be testing Leedsy and company by putting this one under the bar. The big men are up. Nathan Peat, who's weighed in with 3 or 4 goals already this season from the centre-half spot. Stands it up to the back post. Is Pete he's looking for. It's a great header away by Morgan Weaver.
I said imposing defender, I meant earlier. But he'll always attack, and he gets his goals.
Plenty. Had a great career at Bala.
He was there 5 years, I think, before he joined this man's team. Michael Wilde and Colwyn Bay.
70 minutes on the clock. Carmarthen Town 0, Colwyn Bay 3. In the JD Welsh Cup. Another corner. Whipped in by George Hughes. Headed away. There's a massive scream from the bench, Mal, of get out then.
Yeah, and Izzy as well, I think I heard him. And it's clearing their lines, isn't it? But it's a little bit too late in the day after 70 minutes to start shouting and screaming to get out.
Yeah, maybe could have happened a bit earlier. Robles drives inside. Gets a pass off the Hill. Matty Hill with acres of space in front of him. Gets a great pass off. Is he onside? He's still onside.
But I just don't understand it. If there's no pressure on the ball, how can he be pushing up? And then if this man, like he did there, he was clever, he was smart with his run, timed it perfectly, just the weight of the pass took it away from him. But I'm just thinking, if it's just basic instructions, if there's no pressure on the ball, how can you push up?
Yeah, well, he's just done him a favour by straying offside by the yard. Otherwise, he was in again. Very clever play by Robles.
If there was a player tight on the ball and you know, competing on the ball and squeezing the man and he's in his face, then you push up.
Davis, who opened the scoring with that rasper of a free kick early on.
I've got to say, also, you know, we've seen a little bit of a gap today, Colwyn Bay against Carmarthen, different leagues. But also, the budget. Colwyn Bay's got a big budget with the players that they've got there. So you'd expect a performance of something like this.
Often happens in football. Teams from higher level, obviously, budgets are always a bit bigger when they're playing in the Premier Leagues against the teams in the south. The same as.
But they've still got to do it, haven't they, John? They've still got to come down here.
They've performed well, and I think they're worthy winners so far, Malcolm.
Yeah, a question for you then. You were a manager of many teams down here in the south, and you performed outside your abilities, maybe higher than against some of the teams. Did you ever bring that in to inspire them about financial, you know?
Of course you do. It's just everybody talks about it. It's just like Norwich drawing Man United or something like that in the cup. It's talked about in every changing room, Mal. Substitution being made there. Mason Thomas-Jones coming off.
Yeah, he hasn't had much to do today.
Keane Whitmore coming on.
Yeah, he's
Kai's brother.
Yeah, he's a Newport, isn't he?
Kai's doing well at Newport. Yeah, very well.
Is he anything like his brother? Because his brother's really skillful and quick.
Well, his brother, he's doing really well. He got amongst the goals at Newport as well.
Newport lost today, 3-0. New manager.
Tough task ahead of Newport to stay in the Football League. Long throw. Referee pulls up Ford for wrapping his hands around the big man Jones before the long throw gets taken. Weaver will be the target. Headed away by Cargbo. Robles hasn't stopped running all afternoon. Osborne gets it back. Tristan Jones. Get to this time, Mal. 74 minutes on the clock. it would have to be an absolute miracle for him to get back in this game at the moment, but a goal still just gives it a little bit instead of it just
but it needs to score now.
Definitely.
But what we've seen, the evidence so far in this game, don't convince me. But these boys have had a good time. Supporters.
Two bodies going over in the box again as the ball was thrown in. This late kick-off. 6:15 kick-off. Supporters who turn out on nights like this are true supporters, especially the ones travelling all the way back down from the north. Chance, just goes over wide of the mark. Hill throws a dummy and absolutely opens up running down the right wing.
He won't catch that.
He's made a great effort to try to catch it, by the way.
But he passed it for himself because he knows his strengths. He was unlucky. Nathan Peace done ever so well, but he thought he would get there easily and plenty of time. But he was put under pressure by Tobias Jones.
Lewis Reed to Joe Evans.
The good thing, right? They haven't given up. They're still having a go.
I don't think they got it. It's the type of players they got out there. Their coach, their management team, obviously of Hazelwood, Mac Hazelwood and Rodri. They're never going to let them give up. They just got to keep plugging away. They've just been outdone in key areas, Mal, and two set plays, like you said. It is so second ball. You've got to win them in 6-yard boxes, and they just haven't. Chance here for 4, by the way. Roberts goes all the way through. Will he take the shot on? He passes it. Unselfish, very unselfish. At 3-0 up, there's not many attacking left-backs would have passed that, you know. There's the fans behind the goals.
Do you know what? He had nothing to lose, I don't think. You know, don't pass the responsibility there. Have a go at it.
Definitely, Mal. It's teed up for him. His first touch is not that bad. Tries to pass it inside.
I'm just thinking, was Ethan Roberts, after 50 yards of running, was he a little bit tired?
Could well be. George Hughes goes out to take the corner. Colwyn Bay looking for their 4th goal of the afternoon. Short corner was available. He whips it under the bar instead. It's a great header away from Tristan Jones. Edge of the box. Roberts stands it in with his right foot this time. Still on the edge of that 6-yard box of Carmarthen defence. Cargbo. To Cargbo. Both won their headers.
Yeah, it's just Mark Hazelwood has always had a player here where he's developed him to be a better player. I know what he's got in front of him here. He's got a hard task, I know that, but he hasn't got a star. Like, you look at Colwyn Bay and they've got Robles, they've got Jordan Davis. People, okay, they pay a lot of money for him, but they've got quality.
They've got quality at this level, and they've been around at this level. Like you said, there's a Robles with 3 or 4 years at TNS before he had other moves. Jordan Davis, Scottish Championship. Aaron Edwards on the bench, you know, TNS. So the quality is there.
They've got experience in that dressing room, and that counts for so much. And you know yourself, Mark, when you've had players with experience in there, they take responsibility. They lead for you.
Yeah, and it's just about referee again, spot on, giving the free kick up on the halfway line. Just goes over a little bit. George Hughes, but the referee says it's a free kick.
Yeah, just hands it, the initiative back to Colwyn Bay to keep the possession again and keep the ball and just run down the clock.
So with the, as we said, Mal, with the elimination, unfortunately, mentioned it once again last night, of the team who won the trophy 8 times in the last. There's a booking coming this way. Referee says play on. Great play on from the referee, but who gets there once again? Cargbo, the left wing back, has covered every blade of grass and has not lost a tackle. What a tackle that is.
Yeah, no, but he must be the quickest player to get up. Have a look at his tackle, and have a look at this. He's up.
Tremendous. And good advantage by the referee to play on as well.
definitely would have been a yellow card for Ford.
Oh, he's got away with one.
He has got away with one.
Dyson whips it in. Header. Thomas on the far post does what he's done over the past decade for Carmarthen Town. Guides his header into the corner. A great finish from an out-and-out number 9.
I love that header. Honestly, what he's done more than anything else, what they haven't done all game, is he commits to the run. Once he's committed to the run, have a look on his run. He pulls away the far post here, then he makes his run in. He just gets in between 2 defenders, and then he gets the header. It's a lot to do.
It's a great header. It's a great ball from Dyson. It's a tremendous header.
Do you know what? He's got to put
Liam
some power onto it, and he's got to find the direction, and he gets it across the goalie. What a great goal.
Wonderful finish. Gives the goalkeeper absolutely no chance. Maybe gives Carmarthen Town a slight chance with 10 minutes to go. Carmarthen 1, Colwyn Bay 3.
Now then,
can that bring the old goal to life?
Well, will the momentum change? Will it be enough for them? For sure, for the next 5 minutes or so, they'll be, on the front foot. Once they've got one, they might think they get another. Then we will get some nerves.
That is Liam Thomas's 98th goal in 220 games. Would be a perfect occasion to get his 100, by the way, tonight, 2 in the last 10 minutes. That is dream stuff.
At 34 years of age, you'll never forget it. But we've seen him score some great goals over the years, but that was a great headed goal. He's one of the smallest players on the pitch, remember?
Just livened up a couple of the young Carmarthen Town fans in the stand as well. Cargbo, Ford, Liam Thomas supporters there. Oh, easy ball there. Just played in. Just didn't go to the feet of Keane Whitmore. Of course, Mal, we said it's 90 minutes, but as per usual in these games of late, most games go to 93, 94, 95, so another goal now would be interesting.
Well, yeah, there's something. If it stays 3-1 off to 90 minutes, then I would say we'd get 4 minutes top whack. If it's 3-2, I don't know where or why, but it'll be 6 minutes. I think the ref enjoys it as well.
Jordan Davis. Davis, again, solid defending at the back from Weaver. Osborne, got to throw bodies forward now. You have to throw bodies forward. You're 2 goals down with 10 minutes to go. You're better off getting beat 4 or 5-1. Just throw the towel at it and
I'm with you. Yeah, it makes it exciting anyway. But
have a go.
It's only once a year in the Welsh Cup, so just throw kitchen sink, like you said. That's it. And there's ways of doing that. I think take a risk down, go 3 at the back, but push them right up on the halfway line. Don't worry about the counter attack. Just go and push more players and bodies forward.
Matty Hill dropping into the right back spot, firing a throw. Just doing the basics.
Get behind him. Get behind him.
In credit to the centre forward Jones, we said he hasn't been, but when you're playing a lone striker's role against a team who play a league above you, lone striker is such a hard role to play anyway.
And against 3 centre halves.
Yes, but he's kept going. He's kept
going, but
he needs a bit someone playing alongside him
or closer to him.
As the goal
closer to him,
as the goal showed.
Yeah. Just been playing balls 30-40 yards, and as a lone centre forward, he's got to hold that ball up for 3-4 seconds before he gets support.
Rhys Williams doing as expected now. Colwyn Bay just turning Carmarthen back around. Whitmore will get the free kick. Has to be a case of all bodies forward now.
I don't think there's been many times, only once maybe this season, that Colwyn Bay have conceded 3 goals. If they do have a comeback.
3-1 behind, Mal. You'd like to see the likes of Morgan Weaver get forward on these free kicks now, and Lewis Reed put the bodies in, put the 6-foot boys in the box.
I know that's what you'd be screaming from the touchline.
Liam Reed, Joe Evans, Weaver has to get forward. Tristan Jones, Evans. 2 people in the box now. Long throw on now. Be interesting to see now. Osborne runs across to take the long one. Weaver goes forward.
Once again, Ethan Roberts there, just reading the danger.
Yeah, he's one of the most impressive fullbacks I've seen in this league, Mal, the last couple of months.
And that's saying a lot from a Wales C manager, I've got to say that.
He's very good. Headed away by Nathan Peat. Back into the mixer.
Do you know what? I'm not saying, again, as an ex-centre forward, but a young goalkeeper, he's just conceded, and now he shouted. He didn't have to jump for that one in the air. He's caught it around his chest. Somebody's going to be running in front of him, scaring him. And maybe you drop the ball. You've got to be a little bit more clinical in your decision-making in that box.
Idzy. Jones the target. Peat. Towering header from the substitute. Reed, not the worst pass. There's a big chance if he can pull it back. Thomas pulls it back. Just didn't pull it back with quality. Didn't really connect as much as he would have wanted to. That could have been a big chance, you know.
Yeah, he's done a lot better when he's gone out to the right, Liam Thomas. He's been more in the game. He's involved himself. He scored the goal, of course, and made a great run there. Timed it perfectly.
Great header back in. Carmarthen will be able to walk away with their head held high at the end. They haven't, they just haven't rolled over at 3-0. They've got the goal which they would have wanted to get, and they're just, they're showing that they're showing their intent. They're showing their intent and they're showing their desire to give all they got for the shirt, and that's the main thing.
Absolutely, and they can build on that, can't they, for the next game? But they're not out of it if they score now. It's the Welsh Cup. Anything can happen.
First time in the afternoon. A lot of yellow shirts in the box, but it's Nathan Peat unopposed. Free kick given against Jones, just when you don't want to give one away.
Well, you're just handing the initiative back to Colwyn Bay, and they can run the clock, they can take their time. Have a look. There's not a lot in that, isn't it, really? He's not anywhere near the bell. Anywhere near the ball. Bale is ball.
Yeah. You've been watching the Ashes again, I think, Mal.
Well, has it been?
It's over, mate. Williams. So, just for a question, Mal, as we often do ask each other, who's your favourite for the Cup?
Big question. Yeah, Carmarthen Town.
Carmarthen Town, fair enough.
Who's yours?
At present, on current form, I would say Penabond would maybe be up there with the two strikers. If the two strikers are available, they could be Kroll and Daly.
And they will score goals when they're against anyone. But I will throw one in the pots for you. Llandudno to go to the final.
Well, fair comment, Mal. We'll keep an eye out for that one in the draw. Long throw. Colwyn Bay looking for their fourth goal. He goes short. Cargo. 87 minutes on the clock. Misguides his cross.
Maybe for the first time ever, one of the teams from the lower leagues will go on and win the Welsh Cup. The biggest shock, I think, was when Barry beat Cardiff City in 1994. That's the as longest back that we can think of. That's the biggest shock that could happen. Will that happen again this season? From the second tier, somebody out there winning the Welsh Cup.
Well, they will be believing. They will be believing after last night's results. The likes of Kyra Reilly had a smart result last night. I mean, on their own turf. Home draw is vital to the...
Llandudno, 100%.
Llandudno, home draw vital. They're all in the hat, though, and with a chance. Idzy decides to knee it forward.
Colwyn Bay, Llandudno. What a game that would be. No, Carmarthen Town for me.
Reed. Nathan Peat. No nonsense. He's just clearing his lines over the halfway line. He knows how long's left on the clock. 89 minutes, 1 minute left of the 90. Owen Tudor-Jones and Nick Parry on the Welsh obviously picked their man of the match. We have a guest, we have an international guest on the red button, so we'll ask him his man of the match in the next 30 seconds, if that's okay, Malcolm.
No problem. I can tell you now if you want.
We're on, thank you.
I would say to you now, I just love the way that he's played all afternoon, and that's Ethan Roberts. He has been up and down, full of energy, and I was going to say one of the Cargbows.
Yeah,
they both have done well, but Ethan for me has just been that level. He's never given the ball away today, but he's always as well. He's joined into midfield. He's joined in down the wing. He's a clever player, very intelligent, and he's a young lad.
Yeah, it's a good shot, Malcolm. 3 minutes added on in the Welsh Cup third round tie between Carmarthen Town and Colwyn Bay.
Yeah, not enough time, I don't think. But you're saying that. What about Cardiff Met last night?
Eunice Cargbo gets the Owen Tudor-Joneses, so we weren't far apart, you know. We weren't far apart. I think, had the man of the match been awarded on ground covered, the Cargbo boys would have been sharing it, you know.
No question. But I love the way how quick he gets back up.
Yeah.
It's like when they were kids, they used to just roll over and get back on their feet. It was like a race. But they've impressed today, and that would have done Michael Wilde. He's got some thinking to do now. That's what he wants. People fighting for their places.
Fighting for their places. Dyson gets one wide. Whitmore, can he get a run at forward? Whitmore, great tracking, superb tracking from Matt Eel. He give the free kick away. Oh, he's very unlucky not to get the free kick there from behind. Very unlucky.
I know he's not going to do Matt Eel for pace, but look, there's a shove there. So then he goes down. There's a pull here on his arm. So, oh, come on.
Definitely free kick for me.
It's just the old consistency with decisions. But it was on his blind side, the ref, so I will give him that.
Yeah, he's had a decent game. We say he's making his debut on Sgorio. I'm sure he'll have plenty more with performances like this in the middle. Williams goes long. 92 minutes almost on the clock. I think in roundabout way, Mal, the Bay have travelled. They've had a purpose to come down and not really let Carmarthen get in the game. Their early goal.
That's what they wanted. That's what you always need when you're playing away from home. You don't know how it's going to go. So that first goal has settled everything, and that free kick, that moment, the special moment in the game was that free kick. But I think that Izzy and the wall maybe gave him an invitation to curl that one in the top corner. But he's still going to do it, Jordan Davis. So it's quality from him. But that settles the team. Your momentum's up, your spirits, your confidence, and then they get the second goal.
Yeah. No doubt at all. Carmarthen have the Cymru South to look forward to. Colwyn Bay have league action again next weekend. The cup draw for the Welsh Cup will be in midweek this week, with everybody keen to look who will get a prize draw. Home draw is a prize draw with all the teams left in at the moment.
And only 6.
Only 6 Cymru Premier clubs in.
Interesting.
93 minutes on the clock. It will be a pleasant journey back for the Seagulls to North Wales after their 3-1 win at Richmond Park in Carmarthen Town. And they're still pushing for a fourth. Matty Hill driving down in the corner. Referee blows the final whistle. Referee Ian Lewis. Carmarthen Town 1, Colwyn Bay 3. An early goal from Jordan Davis from a free kick gave Colwyn Bay the 1-0 advantage. A second goal from Lewis Cyril from a corner. Third goal from Louis Robles. A reply from Carmarthen was just a little too late. And the Seagulls will travel. Malcolm, just a quick reflection on the 90 minutes.
Yeah, just a thorough professional performance from Colwyn Bay. Carmarthen just had a few flashes, you know, especially a great goal from Liam there at the end. But you've got to be thinking Colwyn Bay, you know, 5th in the Welsh Prem, through to the next round of the Welsh Cup. They've got to be now one of the favourites.
Back to league action next week. Carmarthen in the Cymru South, looking to create promotion to try and get back at football at the highest level in Wales, and Colwyn Bay.
Diolch yn fawr iawn i'n tîmau sylwebu. Tipyn o gryniad i fod yn deg o ran Bai Colwyn, teithio bell. Gêm fach allan i fod yn anodd dros ben i dîm Mike Wiles. Maen nhw wedi perfformio'n gwbl broffesiynol. Bach o beth i gyfyrddin ar y diwedd. Ond, term Saesneg, job done. I dyna o goddi i Bai Colwyn, Sean?
Job done. Row nesa. Pwy gewn ni allan o'r het. Yna beth ydy'n ddiddorol.
Ie, wrth gwrs, ar row nesa nawr mor ddorol. Gyda ni atgoffa pawb beth y gwyddoedd neithiwr. Seinti newydd allan, Ceicon allan. Mae'r cwpan yn gwbl agored ac i glwb fel Bai Colwyn. Clwb sydd wedi dod nôl i'r system yng Nghymru hefyd. Bydde rhyw raman trofeddol gyda nhw yng Nghwpan Cymru.
O, mi fi, tod, rhaid o'r clod i'r cyfnogwyr sydd reit o'n flan i fan hyn, sydd wedi dod lawr o Gogledd Cymru, ar noson oer, cefnogi'r tîm, a fydden nhw yn heiddi tîm i fynd i'r ffeinal a cael diwrnod bach allan.
Gymeriadau yma wedi dilyn y bai lawr i'r de. Reit, ni'n mynd i gael bach o ymateb nesaf. Dewch i ni ddechrau cael yr ymateb yn dilyn y gêm felly. Ni'n draw yn sydd at Sioned, a fi'n gweld i gyda'r rheolwr y bai, Mike Wiles.
Well, Mike, on paper, that was potentially a tricky tie for Colwyn Bay, but it's job done this evening. You're through to the next round.
It is job done, and it was a professional manner that we've just done as well, which is really pleasing. There's still, when we pick the bones out of it, there is still bits and pieces that we weren't happy with. Thought we could have been better on the ball, but the objective is to get into the next round and win in the next round, so we're very happy.
Talk to me about those first 2 goals, 2 set pieces. How pleased are you with those?
We know how important set pieces are. For all the good football that we played in patches, it wasn't quite how we wanted it to pan out. We wanted more of the ball, we wanted to play more football, but we always know that set pieces are going to be important for and against, and it gives you the foothold in the game, and that's what it's done today. And it's made us be able to then push on and change things in the second half, get another goal, and it wasn't comfortable, but we're in the next round, we're really happy with that.
I know I asked you before the game, the fact that TNS, Connah's Quay are out of the Cup. You're through to the next round. Just how open do you think it is, and how excited does that make you?
It is very open, and it is exciting as well. The hard work these lads put in at the training ground now, hopefully we can get a draw that's favourable, and we can see where that takes us. But it's more about momentum as well now, because you know, we've got big league games coming up as well, so that's all part and parcel of this.
I'll let you go. Thank you, well done.
Mike Wiles yn reolwr y bodlon. A pham lai hefyd ar ôl ennill fan hyn yn y cwpan. Mae'n drwodd i'r 16 ola. Doi ddim yn regwl, I think dair i ddim. Louis Robles, gwrs wedi codi'r cwpan yma. Eto, ti sôn ar regwl, Sean. Bydd cyfyrddin ddim yn hapus yn eich nôl. Goliau Blair. Oedd hon yn un o'r reini hefyd?
Yn sicr. Ti'n meddwl o meiliad, mae'r bêl gyda Idzi, ond dwi ddim o dan i drad i ryw raddau. Eto, ti'n edrych... Mae'r cwestiwn o rhan o gol geidwad. Mae pob un o'n nhw heblaw mi'n Jordan Davies wedi bod yn fler. Oedd gol Jordan Davies, o'n i'n gwybod beth yn union oedd e'n trio wneud, oedd e'n edrych am y postyn pella. Ond gyda'r cyfleuon yma, bydde cyfyrddin yn siomedig, a dyn nhw heb cael ei hollti. Sa'n cofio Bai Colwyn yn creu symudiad oedd yn arwen at gol neu ergyd ar darget.
A fel gol Cyril hefyd, chi'n gweld rhywun just eisiau mwy, yr asfai gael y gol falle yn y cwrt yn y gwaniaeth. Ie,
mae'r cwestiwn ar penglin Idzi yw yn cario anaf, mae'n amlwg i fod pa mor serious yw'r anaf na, dwi'n ddim yn siŵr, ond sicr oedd ddim i hunan heno.
Reit, ni'n gael mwy o mateb nawr, a mae yna efeilliad yn chwarae i Bai Colwyn, yr efeilliad Cargbo, maen nhw gyda Sioned.
Right, Unis, Issa, I've never interviewed identical twins before, so I need to make sure that I'm asking the questions to the right one. But first of all, what a win. How pleased are you to get through to the next round?
Happy, obviously. You know, the boys worked hard. Wasn't to be through to the next stage.
What do you think was key for that win, especially in midfield? Things seem to look pretty comfortable for you?
Yeah, work rate in it. They were like dogs out there, so just had to stay strong in it. What
pleased you the most about the performance?
3 goals, won the game. I'm a bit annoyed about the Goodare goal. Yeah. My fault, but move on to the next one.
Right. I know you're twins, but the bad news is Eunice did get player of the match. So I don't know if you're going to be you're not going to be arguing over it. But look, the fact that, and I've just asked Mike Wilde the same question, that TNS and Connors Key both out of the Welsh Cup. How open do you think it is, and does that put an extra spring in your step going into the next round?
Take every game as the same, innit? Like TNS out, Connors Key out, but anyone can go out. So.
How much are you two enjoying playing with each other at Colwyn Bay this season?
Loving it, loving it, innit? Yeah.
You in agreement?
Yeah. Obviously, it's good to play him, innit?
Who's the better one, do you think?
I'm better looking, innit? Obviously, he's struggling there in the look department.
Guys, I'll let you go. You've got a long trip back up north, but congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
Llongyfarchiadau nhw, llongyfarchiadau Sioned hefyd. Gwaith gwych o ran y cyfweliad yna. A oedd hi'n dair i ddim, gath Cyfarthyn gol yn ôl. A wrth gwrs, mewn ffordd, mae Liam Thomas gath hi. Mae'r gŵr yma wedi bod ymysg y goliad dros y blynyddoedd.
Ie, gŵr yn dod tuag at diwedd i yrfa i ryw raddau, ond typical strikers gol oedd hi. Does neb lot yn sgorio golau yna. Liam Thomas, oedd ei heb cael cyfle tan y cyfle yma. A mae fe'n neud, mae pob yn snodwr da yn neud yn benni ddi'n gelfydd. Achos dwi ddim yn hawdd, dwi ddim yn peniad hawdd. Mae fe'n ddall i'r gol, ond mae fe'n gwybod, mae'n defnyddio'i brofiad. Dwi'n gwybod lle mae'r gornel. Mae'n neud edrych yn hawdd, ond dwi ddim creu fi.
Ie, ni'n clywed Malcolm Allen yn canmol hefyd. Faint mae'r anodd yw i o ran y mysodwr i gael y pŵer a'r cyfeiriad ar ryw ergyd fel yna. Dyma nhw'n mynd, yr eilyddion yn diflannu, tipyn o gymeriadau y Gwyddelod, chwarae teg. Dewch i ni glywed nesaf gan Cyfarthyn. Rodri Thomas oedd yn gofal y tîm heno. Mae fe gyda Sioned.
Rodri, dy fe noson lle nath y tîm gorau ennill, beth yw dy argraffiadau di ar ôl hynna?
Maen nhw'n tîm da o'r un, maen nhw'n tîm cryf ac o'n i'n disgwyl bod nhw'n mynd i fod yn fygythiad o set pieces, corneli, tafliadau ac yn y blaen a dyna beth oedd y gwaniaeth o'n i'n teimlo, o'n i'n credu wedi mwy na cystadlu yn ystod y gêm. Jyst yn siomedig gyda natur y goliau, wnaethon ni drafod na cyn y gêm, ond dyna beth oedd y gwahaniaeth fi'n credu ar y diwrnod, heb law am hynny, fi'n credu wnaethon ni fwy na cystadlu a mis ni fod yn falch o'r perfformiad.
Ie, y ddwy gol gynta, cicio gosod, pa mor rwystredig oedd rheina?
Wel, mae fe'n rwystredig ydy, achos o'n i'n gwybod bod nhw'n gryfder iddyn nhw. Teimlo bod nhw'n gryfder i ni hefyd. Os yn edrych nôl yr ail hanner, gaethon ni doi gyfle da iawn. A gallai rheina wedi mynd, a bydde hwnna wedi mynd gwaniaeth mawr iddyn ni. So, ni'n siomedig iawn sut ni wedi amddiffyn, yn enwedig yr ail gol, a'r trydydd i raddau. Felly, dyna beth yn y farn i oedd y gwahaniaeth heno.
A bydd y ffocws nawr yn troi nôl at y gyngrair, wrth gwrs, Ceireili i ddod nesaf. Pa mor benderfynol i chi i gystadlu?
Yn sicr, yn agos i'r brig, mae tri yn mynd lan y lenni sy'n gyfle eiraidd i bob clwb, ond mae lot o glybau yn mynd amdani, mae 7-8 clwb yn agos iawn, felly mae'r gêm o Swiner yn un bwysig dros ben, mae Caer wedi cael dechrau da i'w tymor nhw, felly yma adre, gobeithio cyn i fynd mlaen a cael buddigoliaeth fyna, mae'n arrhediad wedyn dros yr wythnosau misoedd nesaf.
Rodri, pob lwc a diolch am dy amser.
Diolch i Rodri Thomas, diolch i Gyfarthyn am y croeso hefyd gyda llaw hyfryd cael bod nôl yma ar Barc Wain Dewd yma sydd i ddod dros y dyddiau nesaf. Eich pwyntiau yn y slun, cyfle fel hwnna eto, nosfawrth acni ar-lein wrth gwrs. A mae'r gêm yma yn fyw ar-lein ar eich teledu clyfar nos Wener. Y Seintiau Newydd yn cwrdd â Caernarfon. Jyst gair falle am Gyfarthyn cyn i ni fynd, maen nhw'n glwb sydd wedi bod yn y gyngrair. Oedd yna gyfnod eiraidd yma, byddai'n braf gweld nhw'n ôl, achos mae yna 3 yn esgyn fel oedd Rodri'n gweud, mae'n nhw'r tymhorau cystadleuol yna.
Ydy, mae'n cystadleuol, mae'n dyn yn yr adran y de hefyd, nifer y dîmau allai cropio mewn i'r trydydd safle yna fe. Ond fi fydd clwb fel Cyfarthyn, mae'n heiddi fod nôl yn uwch gyngor Cymru a fel cyn chwaraewr, dwi'n gobeithio bydda nhw.
Dyna ni, diolch am y cwmni. Sean, diolch i chi am eich cwmni hefyd. Digon i ddod ar S4C. O air y noson lawen sydd nesaf. Ddim yn noson lawen i hen air Cyfarthyn yn anffodus, ond mae'n hyfryd cael bod yma. Diolch am eich cwmni. Hwyl fawr i chi.